Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have college football back. Andy Staples on the show, recapping a wild first week in college football, talking about all of it. Great to see fans in the stands. Great to have wall-to-wall football. We're going to break it all down. We have Who's Back of the Week? Oh, look, there's Cower at the U.S. Open.
Looking
nice
good.
Nice pick, Cower.
Looking good, Cower. See the kind of shirt that he's wearing right now?
We're just doing live.
The mock turtleneck polo shirt.
Yeah, it's an old coach's move for sure. It's been a while. Cower should get his name back out in there. You know, every now and then when you're trying to look for a pay increase.
Yeah, Bill Cower. It's like, you know what? He's been watching film in the mountains of North Carolina for the last 3 years. He's ready to come back.
Yeah, all right. So we have Who's Back of the Week? We have Mount Rushmore of referee calls. Yeah, referee calls. I fucked that up. Referee calls. So anything a referee does in any of the sports. And it's going to be a great show. And we're brought to you by our friends at Dave & Buster's. From regular Friday nights to first dates and especially to watching the game with the guys, it all gets more ding, ding, ding at D&B's. Dave & Buster's has 50-foot wide TV screens so you can get the best view of every game. Imagine watching a game at a regular sports bar on a tiny 12-inch plasma mounted the other side of the room. Nope, absolutely not. And more drinks. The beverage game at Dave & Buster's has always been strong, but now there's even more cocktails and beers to choose from. The best part is they now come in a tailgate-sized drink tower so all the fellows can enjoy. I mean, what else is there to say besides the fact that you get to go watch a game at Dave & Buster's? You get to enjoy the ambiance at Dave & Buster's. You get to play games and watch a game on their enormous TV. Dave & Buster's should be the only place you watch football this fall. It is the greatest place on earth. It's heaven for adults. They made heaven for adults, it's called Dave & Buster's.
It's illegal to have Dave & Buster's in most countries in the world because it's just too much fun.
Too much fun.
And nobody would ever want to go back to work.
Right, exactly. So Dave & Buster's, go check out Dave & Buster's. They're huge, huge TVs. Their new drink menu, all of it at Dave & Buster's. Add more ding, ding, ding to your game day with more food, more drinks, and more screen. Only at Dave & Buster's. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Dave & Buster's, the best place to watch a football game this fall. Today is Tuesday, September 7th, and Larry the Goldfish is dead. That fat bitch. This is where I should say something emotional, something sad about Larry Six passing away. Longest living Larry, 3 years.
And 1 day.
Also the fattest living Larry. And did nothing for us.
I'll say something. Larry the Goldfish.
Wait, keep playing that.
Larry the Goldfish was a fish.
Mm-hmm.
And he lived for a period of time.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's about it.
He was a goldfish.
He was a goldfish.
And his name was Larry.
You know what? I'm going to say something nice about Larry the Goldfish. Larry Six. Larry Six, it's his only purpose in the world was proving to all the haters and PETA that our fishes don't die suddenly and quickly. And now that he's dead, he has no purpose whatsoever.
I'll say something nice.
Because that was Larry it. We literally just pointed to him.
Larry the Goldfish, number 6, was so boring that he actually made me want to get back into doing more Larry the Goldfish content with whatever Larry the Goldfish would follow up after him.
Larry the Six was a stupid fat fuck.
And now we can say Lucky Larry 7.
Lucky Larry 7. There it is.
7s are always lucky.
And also, here's another nice thing about Larry 6. I've done 2 nice things. One was that he just existed so that we could point to him and say, hey, not all of our fish die in like 3 weeks. Again, he now is irrelevant because that was his only purpose, is to just stay alive and fat. And then the other thing I'll say nice about Larry 6 is that he died at a perfect time. When he didn't wait till week 2 or week 3. We didn't have to go through the whole, Larry 6, you're still here. No, he died before football started, so I appreciate that from Larry.
I think Larry knew that it was time.
Yeah.
He could feel it. And
Well,
he was
I
just
spat
like,
in
listen,
his-
I don't think that it's worthwhile
Yeah.
for me to stay around for another season. Spider was his best friend, so I do feel bad for Spider a little bit because really he was his only friend.
Just so everyone's clear, we're not talking about an actual spider.
No.
Because that is confusing to
Spider-
some people will definitely listen to that and be like, wait, a spider was your goldfish's best
Some would
friend?
say that the only reason he
Charlotte
lasted
Webb?
so long was because Spider was taking care of him and not you guys.
No, yes,
Spider
I
did a
wouldn't-
great
I
job
wouldn't say
taking
that.
care of him. He was his best friend, and
Total
I felt bad
coincidence.
for Spider until I saw Spider walk into the office today, and then he saw Larry. He's like, well, I guess Larry's dead.
Yeah.
So it kind of rolled right off Spider's back like water off a duck.
It probably is a relief to Spider because his entire paycheck was going to feeding Larry. That fat fuck.
fat fuck.
He was so fucking fat. So yeah, Larry, whatever.
He's done.
We got a new one coming.
We're getting a new Larry.
We'll start doing picks.
I don't even know if we're going to do another goldfish. I'd be down to branch out to maybe a different type of fish.
shark?
A shark. A baby shark.
A baby shark.
Oh, a baby shark would be good.
Wait, no, but Hank actually said that we need to find something. That's exactly
Why not a
what
baby
part,
shark?
How part of my take works for people who are always like, "Hey, what's it like?" Behind the scenes. Hank, just before we started taping this, said we have to make sure that the next fish is small so we can use it to pick games with the net. And then we turn on the cameras and we're like, "How about a shark?"
There are small sharks out there. Billy knows.
How
There's
about a shark?
piranhas.
Yeah, we
in
could-
Bayonne, New
oh,
Jersey.
yeah, okay,
You can get
yeah,
a piranha.
let's-
You
wanna
get
get
a
a
piranha?
piranha?
I like
Could
that.
get a piranha.
And then we could put like actual meat into the
If
tank.
the Falcons win the Super Bowl, I'll put my pinky in there.
There you go. Just let it gnaw it off.
They're dime size for $5 in Bayonne, New Jersey.
Wait, but do they stay alive?
Yeah.
That
got-
sounds like dime size.
No, quarter size. Like
Now
silver
they got
dollar
bigger.
size.
They just got bigger in 2
And
seconds.
are they round? Why do you keep using like circular
Yeah.
Well,
coins?
there-
to
it's
describe
a
them?
young one.
Is someone just selling you coins in a tank and telling you that they are fish?
They just write shark on the side of it. Billy's like, I got this new sick yellowfin.
If you,
I'm absolutely getting a piranha.
you know what, Billy, you were made for this moment. You were made to be our fish guy. Yeah, no, Hank, don't shake your head. Don't fucking shake your head.
Is it unethical
You
to
asked
have
me a question, I
fighting
answered the
fish?
question.
Like to become like the Michael Vick of fish?
No, I think that's totally fine.
It's actually highly illegal.
Oh, it is.
Siamese fighting fish.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can't say that. Conjoined.
Yeah. Wait, but why? Why is that illegal?
You can't fight fish.
Why?
It's illegal.
But you can eat
Who
them.
said? Who said?
PETA or like the
No,
government.
PETA's not the law. PETA's not
Yeah,
the
since
law.
when does Billy start respecting
because
PETA's wishes?
because they used to like do it illegally in Chinatown, and they had to ban it because there was a lot of crime
The fish-
syndicates.
If we
Fish
keep
fighting
asking
ring?
Billy questions, he's going to get deeper into something.
no, there's
that's not
crime
real.
syndicates.
Let's just get like a
around the
cute
fighting
purple
fish.
fish.
Okay,
Huh?
purple fish.
Or like pink or like something,
pink fish.
colorful.
Let's get
Okay.
a beta fish.
Yeah.
There's glow in the dark fish.
Okay, let's
Okay,
get one of those.
yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Do Larry's picks in the dark? That'd be
Electric.
sick.
Billy, back to just not being able to fight fish. You fuck frogs.
Allegedly.
Okay.
What about an eel? Could we get an eel?
Eels creep me out. No thanks.
Octopus?
A loach.
Octopus
I,
would be
s- I
cool.
saw the octopus teacher. I love octopuses now, not octopi.
Octopussies.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, football's back though.
So we've already forgotten about Larry.
And college football. College football's back. We'll figure out the Larry situation. It was awesome to watch a full slate of college football with fans in the stands. Everything about it was it just ruled. Saturday, last year was football, but I didn't realize how much we missed last year until this Saturday. And I was like, wow, look at all of these games, all of these fans, chaos everywhere. The Badgers are already dead. It's just, football's back.
Football is great. I pulled a rookie move, though, on Saturday. lost a charge by like 3 p.m.
Oh, you can't do
so
that.
So charge ran out real early.
Nah,
and the phone goes through cycles because you can upgrade your phone like once every 2 years. Then you get that new sweet battery going. Forgot about last year was not my year for an upgrade. So now I've got like a dead phone, and there's no. You feel like you're just stranded on an island.
Yeah, no,
I felt like I was Tom Hanks in Castaway after post 3 p.m. when I couldn't refresh Twitter every 20 seconds.
I don't leave my house on a Saturday or Sunday in the fall without a big clunky charger in my pocket. I go old school. I'm not talking about like the Mophie or anything. I'm literally like, just find me a plug. I just need a plug. I'll fucking plug this thing in. I'll leave it with anyone. It's the best thing in football season. Like, everyone has their phone. It's probably your most prized possession.
Yes.
It has all of your information on it. But when it comes to a gambling Saturday or Sunday, I will hand my phone over to a bartender who does not give a fuck about it and be like, here, put it next to the blender and the margarita mixer and a bunch of ice. I don't care. I just need to get some juice so I can get some bets in.
One time my server was like, yeah, no problem. I'll get a charge for you, but it's $50 an hour. And I was like, yeah, done. Whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm just joking.
But
like that was a joke. I was like,
all right,
oh,
100,
well,
100.
Yeah,
Drive a hard bargain.
You talked your way out of it because I was going to pay. No questions asked.
All right, so let's talk some games real quick. We have Andy Staples. We're going to break down everything. Clemson, Georgia was a snooze fest, but Georgia gets their big win. Kirby Smart gets the monkey off his back, kind of.
I feel like Kirby Smart did a lot, not just for himself, but for Kirby's worldwide with this win. Like, he's got to be the most successful person in this century named Kirby.
Well, you forget about the cartoon guy.
Kirby's Dream Land. I'm counting him.
Yeah, no, he's number one.
No,
though.
Kirby
Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, he's number one.
But Kirby hasn't really done much since like 2008.
But he's still number
Kirby
one.
was great. He was just was he an animal? Was he a ghost?
He was like a ghost
puff?
marshmallow that just swallowed everything up.
Yeah, but every time I see Kirby Smart, you do think about Kirby the big blob, and the fatter his cheeks get, the more that his visor pushes his fat face out a little bit.
Yep.
You start. It doesn't look great for him, but every now and again, it's good to see Kirby win one.
Yes.
Because like he started to get that whole label of like it's kind of like Mark Richt when he coached at Georgia. Just everyone that coaches there. If you don't beat Alabama, then you become this guy can't win the big one game.
Yes.
This was big for him. This is big for Kirby's Worldwide.
It was big for Kirby's Worldwide. The Badgers fell on their face. I'm still going to believe in Graham Mertz. I'm not going to get off this train. That sucked, though. But you know what? In a weird way, I was sitting there on Saturday around 3:30, and I was like, guess what? Losing the first game. My only real takeaway is like the first game change that they've made where you have to play conference opponents sucks. I don't like it. I really liked starting the season against like South Florida or UNLV or Akron or someone and putting up like 60 points and not even having to turn my brain on until like the third or fourth week of September. Well, I don't like this.
What I love about those games is every single fan base out there of like a decent school gets to spend. You get an entire bonus week of getting to claim that your team is really, really good this year.
I want
and
that.
then you get to compare resumes, and you're like, yeah, we beat College of Charleston by 55 points.
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Well, we beat Western Kentucky by 61 points. Then you have to go back and forth and figure out what that conversion rate is.
Yes.
And each fan base can get a claim to, yeah, we should be ranked higher than we are right now.
I miss that. I want the cupcakes. I want the cupcakes back. Cupcakes are delicious. I don't know why we ever look down on cupcakes. Starting all of September and just eating a shitload of cupcakes is a great way to start the college football season. But yeah, the Badgers losing the first game is a weird thing because it's like, all right, well, now I can't be let down because it's already happened. So I'm sure they'll find a way to get back in it to then let me down. But I'm like calmly at peace. I was like, well, it's almost the what's Homer Simpson's dad's name? Abe Simpson?
Abraham.
Yeah, it's the walking in and walking out. Like that was my 2021 Wisconsin Badgers season. I walked in, oh, okay, and then walked out. Done.
Well, it's like kill me fast.
Yeah.
Don't torture me. Don't William Wallace me. Don't make me last an entire season getting drawn and quartered until you finally decide to cut my head off. Like, do it immediately if you're going to do it at all. My big complaint about week one is that I wish that Notre Dame had won more convincingly so that we could get the narrative of Notre Dame being this is the year where they're actually going to challenge some of the big boys. But they ended up winning in overtime. They won by 3 points, which you could make the argument that that's a win for Florida State.
Yes.
Given the expectations for where they were.
And Mackenzie Milton was an awesome story. Joe Tessitore, I think, used the word catastrophic 75 times. It was a very significant knee injury that he suffered, and it was an awesome thing that he was like back in there. It was basically the college football version of Alex Smith. He hadn't played in 3 years. He came back. He looked good. Also, shout out the ghost of Bobby Bowden. So everyone was saying Bobby Bowden broke up that last pass that in regulation to put Notre Dame into field goal range. I feel like if that was Bobby Bowden, he wasted it at the wrong time on like a third down conversion. Like why wouldn't you just wait till overtime or I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Either way, shout out the ghost of Bobby Bowden. A lot of people were saying that he broke that pass up.
Okay, I like that.
Which, yeah, it always makes you feel good. But then they lost, so he must have just turned the TV off up in heaven.
Yeah, if you're going to be using your ghost play, I feel like if you're dead, you get probably like one ghost play a year. That's what you get in the afterlife. I would personally wait to use my ghost play on a game-winning play. So like if they're kicking a field goal to tie the game, I'd like fart out real quick and blow it wide right.
I would do the ghost play. It's got to be like a kick return or a pick six, not literally the guy just caught the ball and dropped it because Bobby Bowden broke it up, but it was third down, and then they went to overtime and lost anyway. It's just maybe Bobby Bowden. Like, if you want to put this on his coaching resume, I think he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. But if you're going to say that was a ghost play, that has to go on his resume.
So he's 0-1 as a ghost.
Correct.
But like it's a quality loss.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad loss.
It's like to be expected. He outperformed the expectation for his ghost in week 1.
It's not like Washington losing to Montana.
No.
Or Vanderbilt losing to, I think, East Tennessee. Shout out Kansas, by the way, who rushed the field after they beat an FCS
team. But you know what? For Kansas, I say just like let them do what they got to do. Let Kansas feel good about themselves for at least 1 week because I don't know when they get to play against Texas and beat them. But that's really besides the annual upset of Texas, the highlight of your year. Going back to the ghost play, I agree with the kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's cool ghost play.
But the better way is if they're returning a kick for a touchdown and they trip.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, they do the trip on the 18-yard line. Then you're like, Bobby stuck his foot out.
Yes,
that would
I
be
like
great.
that. Yeah, so Bobby, if you're listening to this, which I'm sure you are, because you're not only he was an AWO in life. Oh wow, Louisville's terrible. Was an AWO in life, but we are the number one ghost podcast out there. Sports ghost podcast.
We respect ghosts. We've had the most ghost guests on our show of any podcast.
Tommy Lasorda is listening to this right now.
That I know.
Dodgers look good, Tommy.
Ooh, also, shout out Brian Kelly, the Brian Kelly Comedy Jam after the game.
So there was not. So you want to put that clip in? Actually,
think of your team's ability to withstand Florida State's impressive comeback.
Yeah, I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight. I mean, we just didn't execute very well.
Brian Kelly's problem was you never want to set up your own joke. Like that's the problem. Is he tried to set himself up, and that's where he failed.
Well, you can hear the change in his voice and on his face as he's delivering the punchline, and he's thinking to himself, I really fucked this one up. Like,
right.
I'm not a funny guy. Why? Whose idea was it? What part of my brain told me that now would be a good time to make a joke? Because his delivery is just, it's awful.
And then we talked about like a couple weeks ago, the Ted Lasso human centipede. That's what happened here because no one was actually upset because everyone knew that he was quoting someone else. And then people got upset at fake perceived upset. Like Dan Woken tweeted, like people are upset about like nothing because no one's actually upset. I'm like, dude, you're saying that?
Yeah,
you're the fake outrage king.
I'll say that there's like of all the coaches in the FBS, he's probably the one with the highest percentage when he says that joke.
Correct.
Where it's like maybe he's serious.
Right.
But still, it's like 99.99999.
Saban, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Saban, yeah.
Maybe.
Because he never got caught.
Right.
We don't know.
Right. He might execute his entire team.
Saban's probably killed, but the body of evidence isn't as big as it is against Brian Kelly.
Hey, shout out Nick Saban. He is finally cracking some smiles. He put on that leather helmet after they whooped Miami, which Alabama's at the point now, too, where we're going to talk to Andy Staples about LSU. We're not dodging it. We're going to talk to him about LSU. Saban's at the point now where he doesn't even care who they schedule, like, to start the season. It's like, oh, okay, we're just going to go to Atlanta, or we're going to go to New Orleans, or we're going to go to Jerry's World, and we're going to kick the shit out of someone.
I have an addiction that I'm trying to recover from. I'm addicted to being wrong about Alabama every single year in week 1. Or whenever they play their first opponent of note. You know, like, I know in my heart of hearts that Alabama is still a wagon. They're still going to dominate any team, especially a team like the U. But I'm always like, I don't want to be 1 year late on my take about Alabama, and so I keep going back. I keep falling for it. It's like Lucy pulling the fucking football out from Charlie Brown every year. And don't get me wrong, I never thought that Alabama was going to lose this game. I just thought maybe Miami would cover the spread.
Yeah.
And
Derek King.
every year, Derek King, that's such a sweet name. They've got the turnover chain. You also don't want to be a year late on being like Miami's back, the U's back. So it was like a perfect storm of just my brain fighting a useless, winless battle against itself that happens every year in week 1 or 2.
Yeah, they're always so fucking good. All right,
Saban's also about Mercer.
So let's say that in a sec. Yeah. So movement watches, MVMT watches in a tiny apartment in Southern California. 2 college dropouts teamed up to create a watch company that broke all the rules. Fair prices, unexpected colors, and clean original design. Movement grew into one of the fastest growing watch brands, shipping to over 160 countries across the globe. Movement watches look great. They are very affordable. You think that they're a $400, $500 watch. They're not. They cost a fraction of that. So they go with everything. Suits, with you're someone who wears casual to work, they have watches for that. They have a great assortment of watches, and they have blue light glasses. If you got to spend a lot of time in front of a computer, or like we just said, watching football all day Saturday, their Everscroll blue light filtering glasses are game changer. It really helps eye strain and poor sleeping patterns, and the modern style of the frames look great. If you want to elevate your look with style that doesn't break the bank, then join the movement and get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmt.com/pardon. That's mvmt.com/pardon. mvmt.com/pardon. Movement/pardon. Do it right now. Yes. So Saban is so bored with like football at this point that he had a press conference talking about next week's opponent, and he said they're a different kind of offensive team, Saban said of Mercer, which essentially is like they're a different kind of offensive team. They will not score on us no matter what.
They're a different team from, like, he's just stating facts right now.
Right.
The team that we played this weekend is different from Mercer.
Yes. I will say, looking at Mercer's schedule, they did beat Point University 69-0 last week.
Wow. They're a different kind of team.
Different kind of team.
Oh, and they also, the kicker missed the extra point that would have made it 70-0, right?
Yes.
And then the kicker was like, "You're welcome for the nice score," bringing back 69 jokes.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that story. Yeah.
I think he's
a Barstool athlete.
You're only allowed. Yeah, that would.
No, he
sense.
is. I think that's how he responded. Yeah.
You're only allowed to make 69 jokes if you're actually the athlete that makes that score happen.
That creates.
Besides that, you're a cop on the internet.
Yes.
Or Rob Gronkowski. He's just grandfathered in.
Shout out Arkansas, by the way. They get my spread champion of the week. Did you see that game? They were down 17-7 halfway through the third quarter, and they covered a 19-point spread.
I did not see that. Good for them.
That's insane.
Okay, keep them in the tickler file.
Keep them in the tickler. They're going to get whooped by Texas this week, probably. Even though I do love the Must Bus, and Sam Pittman is like he's like a Walmart version of Coach O, and I mean that in a nice way. I'm not trying to be mean about it. I actually love him, but he's kind of like that. He's got like a very funny, gregarious way about him. That's awesome.
My goddamn it, you piece of shit! What the fuck are you thinking? You ruined the spread for me of the week. Goes to, I'm going to give it PJ Fleck.
Oh, yeah.
For not understanding math like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you got to go for 2.
Got to go for 2 at the end of the game. We didn't get to talk about that because it was on Thursday night. I think after we taped, that game started. But I'm convinced, no matter what, that C.J. Stroud will always suck at quarterback just because of how poorly he played in the first half.
But his guys are so
good. I know.
But
trust me, I will not get off this take. It's burned. It's seared into my brain.
He was bad.
From watching just how bad he was in that first half. And then you're right. Just like the people that he's thrown to are all very, very good.
Yeah, Chris Olave is so awesome. So, yeah, that was a very, perfect Ohio State. Oh, is Ohio State going to be had this year? And then nope, they're really fucking good as usual. Any other college football thoughts? Anything? Anyone else? Anyone? Rutgers is back.
Yep.
Anything like a 40. Oh, shout out UMass. They got Liam. What do they? Oh, they got. Did they get goose egged?
No, they scored. They hit the over. They
Yeah,
scored
that's
7
right.
points. For
Liam
the over.
texted me. They're like, you can't believe it. Pitt's the worst offensive team ever, and they somehow.
Pitt had a third and goal from like the 23 when I was looking at it, and I was like against
college
UMass.
football.
I was like,
I
this
love
team's
college
so bad.
football. It's the best.
Shout out to Randy Edsel. We get into it a little bit with Andy Staples, but Big Cat and I did not realize that he had gone back on his initial claim. And like after that loss, Randy Edsel said it was the ultimate PR 101. I'm going to retire after this year is over, hoping that would save his job through the end of the year, and just saying, like, you don't have to fire me, I'll quit, but at the end of the year. And then about 12 hours later, he's like, actually, just kidding, I think I'm fired.
Yeah.
So, great job, UConn, sniffing out that masterful PR move by Randy Edsel.
Did you
no, you don't get to say that.
Did you see some of the names that were floated around? Dan Orlovsky was on the list, which I don't really understand because I have to imagine that ESPN pays him more than UConn would.
Jeff Fisher?
Definitely.
Jeff Fisher should be on there.
Ooh, I like that. Rob Ryan?
Why not?
Jim Calhoun?
Why not?
Yeah.
Jim Calhoun would probably get them back to glory.
I actually...
the BCS
Yes,
bowl.
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely he could.
Let's see, who else? UConn. Who's the biggest celebrity
Ray
in the
Allen.
history of UConn?
What are you going to say? Go ahead, Billy.
Aaron Hernandez's older brother.
Oh,
okay.
God,
Well, it's his
Billy.
older
All
brother.
right, there it is. Nice.
older brother.
Yes. He stole plays, remember?
Yeah. I mean, you could get some great ghost plays out of old AH.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
He would choke away everything.
Should we talking soccer real quick? Because U.S. sucks.
Well, we've got two draws.
We should just say it.
I vote no.
We've got two draws.
Two draws. Well, we got it because I just want to say. Well, all right, fine. All I want to say is it would be a shame. It feels like the shame is starting to take place. It would be a shame.
Here's what's up. Right now, we can blame it. No, we didn't have our best squad out there in either game.
A shame.
No
Is this the World Cup?
Yeah, it's the qualifiers for the World Cup.
A shame. It would be a shame.
Let's talk tennis. Should we do tennis now?
We already did. Bill Cower's there. That was a lot of talking tennis.
This is Canada's best team in like 40 years. So there you go.
It's their golden generation.
It's their golden generation. I think that they're ranked number like 45 in the world. So it's the best team Canada's ever put out. On the
I just
field.
wanted to say it's a shame. Just so that I'm on the record.
The lads
I feel
will be
like some
fine.
people
I'm
think
sure-
I'm trolling. I'm saying it's a shame if we don't make the World Cup again.
I'm sure that if we just tied every single game in qualification and then we won the play-in game, then I think that would be enough to get us there.
Yes. All right. Let's do who's back of the week.
Actually, you know what?
What?
I'm just getting pre-spin zone for this. I don't want to play in Qatar. All the human rights abuses going on over there.
And during football season?
During football, it's
most importantly.
But it's probably going to be a lot during the week and at different times of the day.
But still, I don't want to have to.
I don't think
use
that
my
I
brain.
think it's actually beneath the United States, Big Cat, to play in a World Cup in stadiums that were built by little slaves.
Yeah, we're withdrawing. We're withdrawing from the World Cup.
I'm boycotting. I'm
Get
boycotting the
Jurgen
World
Klinsmann
Cup.
out of here.
I'm boycotting the World Cup unless the U.S. makes it, in which case I might still boycott it.
And if they don't, it's a shame. And I feel bad. And it would be a real shame. All right, Cash App. Who's Back a Week brought to you by Cash App. Cash App is back. Buying stocks on the Cash App is back. Buying Bitcoin on the Cash App is back.
Bitcoin's buzzing.
Bitcoin is buzzing. Bitcoin, you probably like, hey, Labor Day, what's happening with the stocks? Oh, they closed. Bitcoin, crypto never sleeps. It literally never sleeps. So go buy Bitcoin on the Cash App. Download the Cash App. Enter the referral code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to ASPCA. When you download the Cash App from the App Store, Google Play Store today. Also, fantasy football season is here, so don't be the last person to pay for your league. Use the Cash App. Hit your friends up. Very easy to use. That one scumbag who doesn't pay till like week 16, yeah, you, Tom, I'm talking to you. What the fuck, man? And give me another name. Brian. How could you do that, Brian?
Greg's pissed. Your commissioner is pissed.
Greg is pissed because Brian will not pay on time.
Mick.
You
guys want to pick this kid's draft order?
Sure.
Justin, Mick, Parker, Peyton, Jack, Jackson, Matt, Greg.
I think
Parker.
we got to go Jack and Jackson together at the end of the draft.
Okay,
so that way
Parker
it gets
won.
confusing with 4 picks in a row.
Parker won.
What were the other ones? Peter?
Yeah.
Parker won.
Francesa moment.
Justin, Mick, Parker, Peyton, Jack, Jackson, Matt, Greg.
Jack,
Peyton.
Jackson, Matt. Wait, yeah, go Peyton 2, Matt, Greg 3, 4. Mick 5. And then the Jacksons.
All right.
Is that
it?
close? Yep. All right.
Sick.
By the way, we're going to have an update on our draft that Jerry did for us tomorrow. We're going to have a show tomorrow. It's going to be a Wednesday. We're going to have a show tomorrow. All right. Who's back of the week? Hank. He's trying to type. No, it's okay. Don't cut this. Don't cut this. Oh, yo, U.S. Open, low key, just like it's the center for white girl wasted,
dude.
I feel like all the clips are just
that's what
chicks
that girl
getting
was fucking dunking chicken fingers in a Coke.
That's right. Yeah,
like getting smashed on some Zyn.
It's like hot seat Nashville bachelorette parties because all the white girls are going to Flushing Meadows.
Yes,
just getting hammered.
The Honey Deuce elite drink.
What?
Honey Deuce?
Take home the cup.
Did you take it home?
Yeah.
It's called the Honey Deuce?
Yeah, it's called the Honey Deuce.
Do you have enough room in your apartment for it?
A little bit, yeah.
The Honey Deuce?
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Did you get white girl wasted?
Yeah, wait.
I did not.
Jake, give us a quick talking tennis. You went to art?
Yeah, I went to see Francis Tiafoe, who is one of the best Americans out there. He came up short against the Canadian.
Clearly not that good.
And then,
oh, wow. Another
golden
Canadian
generation,
beat us?
This guy, Brooksby, he took a
say
6-1
that.
first set over
say that
Djokovic.
Can't say Brooksby.
Why?
Because Bryson.
Oh, Brooks B, not Brooks E.
Okay.
All right, so my
done.
who's back of the week is first
I'm
programming
happy
note.
you had fun, Jake.
Friday, obviously, there might not have been as many people listening, getting ready for the holiday. Our Grit Week video dropped, and PFT said that if we get 300,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, he will take his sunglasses off.
Drop the shades down.
So factor that into your consideration. Fans are back.
Yep.
Talked about in the beginning. Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole are back. The AEW and WWE, I'm not even super into wrestling, but I just like following what's going on. It seems like there's a big, I don't know what you call it. They're just both going for the top.
Our guy Tony Khan is just he's getting all the actual good wrestlers from WWE.
Right, and it's like, fans are clearly drawn to just good wrestling. They don't care necessarily as much about the name. So it's interesting to follow. I've enjoyed. I don't follow wrestling. I don't really know what's going on, but I like seeing the pops. There's been some good pops lately.
There's been
Great
good
pops.
And Max Verstappen.
Wait, are they going over on you right now? Are you the mark?
Yeah, you are.
I was marking so hard for the pops.
Big time mark. Max Verstappen is back-to-back wins. He won in his home Holland.
And
Netherlands.
and Bottas, Sebastian Bottas, stepped down from Mercedes, which seems like that's got to be the best seat in F1.
Well,
I'd say it's the top job.
It's kind of sucks because you basically you're in an incredible car, but you always have to let Lewis Hamilton win.
But can't you? Let's say I'm an up and comer, I would just say, yeah, I'll do whatever, and then once I get in the car, just start
and then
winning.
They'll fire you. Yeah.
Well, what sucks is all the people who are actually good that you'd want them to drive in your car, they already have jobs.
Yeah, no, they'd fire your ass. I mean, it's a good seat. I'm not. Don't get me wrong, but I actually would be fine with it because it's like no pressure. You just have to show up, finish like fourth, third every now and then, and you make a shitload of money, and you're like, yeah, my team won. But yeah, you do have to be a cuck. You have to be a total cuck. That's
also, it came out last week that the PGA Tour is starting their own Netflix series.
Drive to Survive?
Built around Drive to Survive. So Drive to Survive was their inspiration.
So it's them watching Drive to Survive?
No, it's going to be PGA Tour based, but that should be exciting.
So they're trying to do Hard Knocks, but for golf.
Got it.
That sounds
I
awesome.
wonder if we'll get any Brooksby content.
Hopefully.
By the
Also,
way, we should have said that. Yeah, we should have talked about
Thoughts
that.
and prayers to Brooks Koepka.
Yeah,
He's got pretty much broken
Larry
wrist.
Six died.
I
So
think
did his wrist.
some people are out there like saying he's dodging or something. He had a wrist injury that could have killed him. He hit a root. A lot of people hit trees.
He also, the tournament was for like $100
Randy
million.
Savage, and he died.
That he dropped out of. Like, you don't drop out of that.
Yeah, right.
It really hurt.
Right. So,
I think. Listen, you've got a lot of arteries. I think in your wrist, or at least like you can see. I can see blood somewhere in there. And so the fact that his golf club didn't just cut his hand off, modern miracle. It just shows you how tough Brooks is.
Yeah, just every time you think about treating something mean to Brooks, just remember that he's human too.
And also, his wrist is so mangled that he can't even defend himself online. Tweet back.
Right, exactly. Probably won't be able to jerk off.
Yeah, it's tough.
Thoughts and prayers. Think about that for a second, folks.
Yeah.
No online bullying
Brooks
of golfers.
Brooks
ever.
loved masturbating.
Yeah, he did.
It was his favorite thing to do. My who's back of the week is putting your TVs outside.
Yeah.
It's actually my favorite tradition when it comes to like week 1, week 2 college football. When it's really nice outside, like not too hot, not too cold. We're talking like 60s, 70s all day. Mm-hmm. And you're like, you know what? It's a shame that I'm not going to be able to just spend the day outside because this really feels like a great day to get outdoors, but it also just so happens I've got a date with 12 hours of college football.
Yes.
And you make a compromise with yourself, and you bring your entire setup, and you put it maybe sometimes just in the windowsill, or you run an extension cord that goes like to your patio table, and then you spend the whole day outside still watching college football and being lazy, but you feel like you're a real outdoorsman by getting to take that time on your porch.
It's no joke. All I want in life is to just have an outdoor living room with like multiple TVs, and not even do it for September. I'm talking like November, when you can smell that like burnt leaf and it's cold. I want to be outside watching college football when it's 40 degrees and have a blanket and just be like, yes.
Or sometimes when you've got the jacuzzi set up right next to the TVs.
That's all I want.
That's nice. But I especially love the people that don't have like a fancy outdoor kitchen setup.
No, they just throw it out there.
They just throw the TV outside and they're like, I'm bringing the television outdoors today.
Yeah, look at me.
That's the one thing that outdoors is severely lacking. People say how great it is. If it was that great, it would have televisions in it.
Do you know what we should do? We should bring our beds outside.
Yes.
Maybe on our balcony.
I like that.
Credit us
outside. Maybe drink some beers.
Us. Yep. Credit
on the
us.
balcony.
A zillion.
Yeah.
Credit us. We came up with this idea. If anyone talks about beers or beds on balconies, that was our idea first.
Also, Dana will be guesting on Wednesday's part of my take.
Yes. All right. My Who's Back of the week is eating weird shit on a telecast, because I was at the gambling house on Saturday, had 6 TVs set up, so we're watching all the games, and I think it's mostly SEC Network is really the king of it. But whenever there's a blowout in the third and fourth quarter, and they're just like, let's get our sideline reporter to eat some weird shit. And there's like, I'm eating pudding. I'm eating like, they just start eating random shit to fill time. And I love it.
I like it.
Because it's very, like, they don't do that in the NFL. It really is just college football. Because like, this town has this great delicacy. And it's just like, it's bananas inside of like a cookie.
Yeah, so there was always like Tony Siragusa would get caught doing it on NFL broadcasts, but it was by accident.
Right.
It wasn't because it's like, hey, let's cut down to Tony, who's like going deep into the bowels of the Meadowlands to find their. He's just already naturally rolling around with like a couple, I don't know, like pickled quail testicles.
Yeah.
Just in case he gets a little peckish on the sideline.
But it's something about college football, because there's more blowouts, and they always have that ready to go. I think there was a moment in time on Saturday where I think 3 of the 6 TVs had a sideline reporter eating something.
Yeah, I love it. I love that weird stuff too. There should be one food stand inside every college football stadium that serves the most fucked up thing possible, just in case people get bored at the game.
Yes.
And if there's a blowout, it's like, well, we might as well just go put ourselves through excruciating pain for a couple hours.
Yes. All right, Jake.
My hot seat. Whoa.
Oh, no.
We're good.
Jake,
No.
Jake, you better be careful, because if you're going to apologize, Memes is going to Castellanos you.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Deep drop.
Are you okay?
Yes.
That's a mistake.
What was
Billy
that drink you were
makes.
drinking last night?
The honey juice.
Yeah, I had a couple too
Deuces?
many.
Yeah, the honey deuce.
And then you brought it home and drank it again today?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
My Who's Back.
Well, that squirt's getting in your lips, yeah.
By the way, the video, watch the YouTube, the Grit Week video, specifically for
Yeah.
Jake's
Oh, my God.
not getting...
Don't think it's that crazy. I'm going to double down on it.
It's-
Jake, it was Mike Greenberg would not even
Jake,
do that.
it was a solo cup.
Yeah, you want to keep it clean.
I don't think so.
What are you talking about?
So Jake, go watch the whole video. But it's great. And shout out Corey. It's a great video. But Lin-Manuel Miranda's there. Jake is at Wingnuts drinking out of his solo cup with his palms and his fingers straight up because they have sauce on it. It's a solo cup.
Yeah, got to keep it clean.
Like
It's a cup that's designed to be thrown away. The
right.
second you're done with it.
You were holding it like it was like your grandmother's ashes. Yeah.
Got to respect Ed and Alicia.
Okay.
Right in front of him, too.
I
think they would have been okay.
Jake, there's an old TV show called The Adventures of Pete and Pete, and one time they had a barbecue eating contest. They won the contest because the guy they were going up against didn't get any barbecue sauce on his fingers. And it's like, I ate it perfectly, and they're like, actually, no, the whole point of eating messy food like that is to get messy.
Yeah, if you see me with wings, you'll notice I have like the most insane amount of napkins next to me. I just go hard in the paint and just keep cleaning, and go hard in the paint.
I'll think about it for next time.
Yeah.
My Who's Back of the week is the off season because it is here for you guys as owners of Water Dogs.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck
Yeah,
that.
who cares?
I feel bad for them, by the way.
This was actually the nicest thing the Water Dogs have ever done to us. We actually don't deserve what good boys. We don't deserve dogs, bro, because we did not want them to win this game, so we wouldn't be conflicted for an actual week of NFL football going up against a Water Dogs broadcast. So they mercifully decided to lose. And fuck the Whip Snakes. Whip Snakes are cheaters. Everybody knows that.
Dude, I watched the second half of this game. I felt bad for the Water Dogs because we have our fun, and I do truly hate them, but the guys tried their hardest. And I felt bad because I'm sure there's some bonus for winning that would be incredible for them. So I do feel bad. And they gave us a nice run this season. I'll never forget it, the joy they brought me. But the Whip Snakes are fuckboys. They were cheating. They were throwing their sticks. I hate the Whip Snakes. I think they are the biggest pieces of shit I've ever seen, and I hope they all lose and never play lacrosse
They're going
again.
for the 3-peat.
Yeah, fuck them.
Who cares?
Fuck the Whip Snakes.
I root for two teams.
Matt Rainbow's
all right,
the goat.
Jake? I root for the Water
not mine.
Dogs
and
whoever's playing against the Whip Snakes.
Yeah.
Fuck the Whip Snakes.
Paul Rabel's my goat.
Well, guess what? What's more impressive, guys? Winning 3 games in a row or winning the entire regular season title?
And doing it by
Capitals.
starting the worst.
Model.
Yeah, we won the
worst.
President's Trophy.
We went
Congratulations to my Water Dogs.
Yeah, we went from worst to first.
Boom. Storybook.
Yeah, so end of an era for this season. Bigger and better 2022.
Sure, who cares? Also, I don't really like that the coach, his name is Andy Copeland. There should be a D on the end of his name.
Yeah.
His name should be Andy Copeland. It's Copeland. That's so stupid. Every time they show him, I'm like, put a fucking D at the end of your name. That's how I want to say it. Don't you agree, Jake?
I mean, it's a name.
But I don't care. Put a D there.
Wasn't that guy
It's Copeland.
Was he
Copeland?
the drummer in Sting and the Police?
Yeah. I got really frustrated about that. Really frustrated.
You guys are the owners.
I'd fire. So, all right, if I have the power, Paul
He's a
Rabel,
Coach
if you're
of the Year
listening to this,
candidate.
Mike Rabel, if you're listening to this, fire Andy Copeland unless he changes his name to Andy Copeland.
Fair.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Billy, sorry. Just
So-
attacked a man for his name.
Football is back. That also means football guys are back. I think we'll be starting to do the voting on it next week, but just a little teaser. We had guys like Brian Kelly trying to execute his whole team. We had Mackenzie Milton, who came out after 2 years being off, but we also had Coach Mike Eckler with the Tennessee Vols, who on his early morning run claimed to have ran away from a pit bull for 3 blocks straight. Just to show his pro day 40 and get his heart rate up. So just total football guy.
Wasn't one of their coaches bleeding on the sidelines too?
Yeah, he was bleeding from his eye.
I think
Also,
it was
I'm Vol for life, and so I say this with all respect, but Josh Heupel, he better not get to the NFL because I love taking pictures of that guy's face. His neck goes on forever. He's my new Frank Beamer.
Something tells me I don't think he's going to make it to the NFL as a head coach.
No, he will because he's going to be awesome.
Theoretically.
He's going to be awesome.
There was also South Dakota State, the back of their helmets, they had last play written on the back of their helmets.
It.
So was that, just speculating here, that's because the coach is telling them, put your last play behind you? Is that it?
Or is this the last play?
Oh, yeah, this could be the last play. It would also, if it's literally in the back of your mind, that's bad coaching because you want to move on. You want to be a goldfish, RIP.
What if it was, no RIP. What if it was play every play like it's your last play?
That could be it too.
That would be good.
Just last play?
The next play is never promised.
It should be next play.
Last play's, what is it saying, Jake? Last play's a gift. Tomorrow's a...
Live, laugh, love.
And the mother's the doctor.
I thought you were talking about today is a gift. That's why we call it the present.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So the current play is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Last play is...
When's rent due?
Every day.
Every day. Every hour of every
right
day.
now.
Yeah.
It's not owned.
Pay me $50.
It's leased.
Right this second. How's my milk budget going?
I got a tab going.
Yeah, what are we at? Just give me an idea.
Double digits.
Oh, what? It's the 6th.
Hey, man.
Wait, double, not triple. All right, never mind.
Double.
I'm an idiot.
Double.
Yeah,
Double
I'm
digits.
an
That's
idiot.
$50.
It's $20 right now, right?
There's a good amount.
I thought you were at 100. I was like, Jesus Christ, you're going to bankrupt me. If you came in, I mean, Billy would come in with like $1,000 and be like, "No, I swear."
He's too skinny right now.
Yeah.
You definitely haven't been drinking that much milk.
You know, Billy would come in. He'd come in with $6,000 receipt, and he bought a cow, and he put it in his backyard.
Look, glass bottles, man. I'm getting glass bottle milk.
Oh hell!
Do you have a milkman?
Yeah. No, I don't. But I
we should bring back milkmen.
Yeah,
milkmen were the shit. They would
they
just
were.
like show up wearing their little funny hats.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us when we were just chugging milk.
No, the milk boys.
Yeah.
We were the milk boy. No, milkmen, the ones that would like wear bow ties, drop off milk, and then fuck your wife while you were gone.
Yes. Anything else from football guys? We're going to officially bring back football guys next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just a little teaser.
I love it. Good job, Billy. And you have a blog too.
We're going to be blogging it. Whole big thing. Send your submissions in for next week. Also, Nostradamus the Hedgehog is back. He's out of hibernation.
All right, let's
picks.
go.
Was he sleeping?
Let's go.
Not really.
Okay. All right.
What was his record against the spread?
I think he was above 50%.
All right, good.
Nice.
Otherwise,
It's got to be above 54.
probably have to kill him.
I'll figure it out.
I think it's 52.5, actually. All right. Let's get to Andy Staples. PFT, you had a quick word before we get there.
Before we get to Andy, I want to talk to you guys about Coors Light. Coors Light's great. If you're drinking anything besides Coors Light, off a cliff. Don't care for it. I love Coors Light. Summer can fly by sometimes, but guess what? Coors Light is the official beer of slowing down summer. You only have a couple more weeks left in summer. Make the most of it with ice-cold Coors Lights. Coors Lights are the coldest beer in the world. When the mountains are blue, there's no better feeling. There's no better sight. Bubba got to see Blue Mountains for the first time in his entire life this summer. Changed his life. He's only drinking Coors Light. I honestly don't know why you would ever drink anything besides Coors Light while you're watching college football. There's a need to chill on Saturdays. There's a need for Coors Light. And this season, Coors Light is helping AWLs keep their chill while we're freaking out over college football. And they made custom-made-to-chill weighted hoodies to keep us calm. That is such a great idea. Weighted blankets will change your life. Weighted hoodies, that's just next-level thinking. We're giving away 5 PMT Coors Light prize packs, including these hoodies, each week of the college football season. Might just go ahead and strike that down to 4 prize packs because I'm definitely going to take one of these hoodies. To enter, tweet us by tagging @CoorsLight and hashtag #NeedsToChill with a video of somebody freaking out over a big moment, sweating a bet, or any other time that somebody needs some cold Blue Mountains in their life. So again, tweet at us, also tag Coors Light in it, and use the hashtag #NeedsToChill. Needs to chill when it's somebody who's freaking out in a big moment. We might select you to win that Coors Light prize pack, including the weighted hoodies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. It's literally made to chill. It's as cold as the Rockies. It is the official beer of slowing down summer, because as the beer that's made to chill, we want you to savor every second. Get Coors Light and the new look delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart when you go to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Here he is, Andy Staples.
Okay, we now welcome on our good friend, Andy Staples. He covers college football for The Athletic. He's got a podcast, the Andy Staples podcast. Great logo we've talked about in the past. You can also hear him on SiriusXM. So check it out. Always great information. Andy, we wanted you on to recap football being back. A great week one. It was great to have fans in the stands. I have a ton of different things I wanted to touch on, but I think we should probably start with LSU UCLA. And I know that people
have to.
Well, here's the thing. So you lost the bet. We're Coach O guys. I'm worried about Coach O, but we should at least give credit right now to Chip Kelly, because Chip Kelly is at the point now where you hear it in the media when they say a guy has it rolling. That basically means that he's, everything is locked in. That's my first question. Does Chip Kelly, in fact, have it rolling?
I think he does. I mean, if they can do that to LSU, where the talent gap is pretty big between UCLA and LSU, there's nobody UCLA is going to play in the Pac-12 that has that kind of talent. UCLA can beat anybody in the Pac-12. That's what that means on the right night. And if they're playing that way, they're going to beat just about everybody in the Pac-12. I mean, you saw Oregon. They didn't look great. Mm-hmm. Washington lost to Montana. USC is what USC has been for the last few years. So, yeah, I think this is I got to go with you noticing the visor first. I think you were the first person to see the visor and understand what that meant. But It's something. It's like the Samson hair. I don't know what it is.
It's a tell. These guys have tells when they know they have a good team. They're like, I'm going to be cocky again.
It's really just a difference of Chip Kelly caring again. Because for a while, Chip Kelly just obviously didn't care. The offenses that he was running, at least like when he was reaching the end of his tenure during the Eagles period, he was just running like the same 4 plays over and over and over and over again. And he just like kind of didn't like coaching football. Now it seems like he enjoys coaching football again.
Well, when we had this discussion on the podcast during the offseason, is he the Harper Lee of football? Like, did he have the one big thing in him, which was that blur offense right after they changed the clock rules at Oregon? But no, apparently not. He does have something else, and because he wasn't going to be able to win with some sort of paradigm shifting thing this time. That he did that once. That's a lightning in a bottle kind of thing. You're not going to do that again. So the question was, can he just recruit the players to his system, to what he wants, and then run plays that will win games? And so far that hadn't worked. And now this year it is working. And I mean, they didn't just beat LSU. They whipped LSU. They whipped them up front. LSU couldn't get any push from its offensive line. They were all over Max Johnson. That was very impressive because I just didn't know that UCLA would be able to do that with the roster they had.
Yeah.
And that was my thing with Chip Kelly. I thought he did the right thing taking the UCLA job because remember he got offered the Florida job at the same time. He never struck me as someone who would enjoy recruiting in the SEC. And so I thought, okay, he's fine over there. But then they lose so many games those first 3 years. You're like, okay, maybe not. Maybe that's it. But
right.
He always said water the bamboo and you know, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. And all of a sudden it shoots up. Well, maybe this is it.
Yeah. So Coach O, we love Coach O. We're not going to say anything bad about Coach O. We have you on so you can say something bad and we can say, Andy, that's not right. You shouldn't do that. But obviously this is tough because I think when you watch that game, the thing that struck me the most was like the tackling and just like it was just kind of a mess on defense. And like you said, the roster is better than UCLA's. So then it's coaching. And I think Coach O is still, you know, he should have a job. There's the hot seat, in my opinion, isn't hot yet. But from where you stand, you cover the SEC. Like, how is this going to play out? What does he need to do the rest of this season to right the ship?
Well, I realize people who are outside SEC country are like, no, he won the national title 2 years ago. Nothing's going to happen. Let me remind you of a name, Gene Chizik.
Mm-hmm.
Gene Chizik won a national title in 2010, went undefeated, was fired in 2012. So it is possible that this happens. And what was disturbing about LSU was the defense, while it's schematically better, didn't look fundamentally better.
Right.
The tackling was still bad. The communication was still bad. The run fits were bad. It was not what you want to see at LSU. And you can have better players, but if you do all that stuff, it doesn't matter. And then offensively, they brought in Jake Peetz, who had been with the Panthers, so he'd been with Joe Brady. And the idea was recapture this whole lightning in a bottle thing that Joe Brady brought them with Joe Burrow. And I think Max Johnson's a good quarterback. The behind the back throwaway, I was screaming at my TV at that point. Like, what are you doing? But I think he's not being helped by his coaching staff because if you watch, they are up at the line of scrimmage and they are messing with stuff and changing stuff till there's about 2-3 seconds left on the play clock every play. You have better players. Snap the ball. Throw something short, confidence building, and let Keyshawn Boutte catch a pass 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. And you do that 2 or 3 times, he's probably going to break one for 50 at some point, especially when you're playing a less talented team. So that's where perfect is the enemy of good for them. And so they've got 2 games coming up. They got McNeese State and they got Central Michigan. They need to get that worked out because then they have a stretch of Mississippi State, Auburn, and Florida. Or I'm sorry, Mississippi State, Auburn, Kentucky, Florida. Those are all losable games if they play the way they played against UCLA. So they're either going to get this worked out and they'll come out looking like a completely different team after these 2 warm-up games, or nothing gets worked out and we're having the Gene Chizik conversation mid-season.
And I think that they will get it worked out in a sense that you had a guy who's playing, I think that was his first time ever calling plays in a game.
Yep.
On the road at UCLA. Like, this is, I know that we used to always be like, oh, why do teams schedule cupcakes at the beginning of the season? Well, this is why. You don't want to have your first game be on the road at UCLA. Like, there's things that need to be worked out that you don't get a chance to work them out when you have a tough test day one.
Well, LSU's dead to me now because as a result of losing, and I was an idiot. I was very high on LSU. I was like, they fixed it. They made the coordinator hires that will fix this thing. They're going to be really good. We're talking 10-win team again. And so I was sure they were going to go throttle UCLA. And so I gave my podcast partner, Ari Wasserman, 15 points in that game. And if I lost, I had to eat a banana Will Levis style. So Will Levis, the new QB at Kentucky, I'm sure everybody's seen the video. He's a maniac. He eats the banana peel and all. So I've got to do that on Thursday. I got some bananas today. We're getting them nice and spotty because they can't be yellow. They can't be green. They're going to need to be about half brown for this to work. Yes. But I got to do it now. And it's just, I'm so disgusted with myself for falling for it. I knew I was just sure they were going to be great. And I'm watching that game and within maybe a quarter and a half, I'm like, no, I have no chance. And really, he should have given me 15 points.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough for Coach O. And again, we still love Coach O. Nothing about that changes. But in reality, they've got a lot of work to do on defense for sure. So I have a question for you. It's a power ranking, 3-team power ranking.
Okay.
Can you power rank for me the SEC, the Alliance, and then Notre Dame? They're independent. So those are the 3 options.
Okay, well, we're going to start with the SEC because they have Alabama, which is just a new kind of nasty. They just find different ways to humiliate everyone. So we'll give the SEC that, and plus Georgia obviously beat Clemson. The Alliance, well, the ACC killed the Alliance this week. You had Clemson losing to Georgia. You had North Carolina losing to Virginia Tech is obviously a conference game, but everybody thought North Carolina was going to be the second best team and they were going to be great. So that puts them in a weird spot because your potential Heisman contender in Sam Howell, well, maybe you don't have that now. Miami got killed by Alabama. And then you go over to the Pac-12 and you got Washington losing to Montana, Washington State losing. Everybody looked pretty bad except for UCLA. And then the Big Ten did fine. Nothing wrong with the Big Ten, but the Big Ten's got those anchors dragging them down. So we're gonna have to put the Alliance third, I think, and we'll put Notre Dame second. Notre Dame's comedy chops not second. Notre Dame, Brian Kelly. If Brian Kelly is on a street corner in New York saying, "Do you like comedy?" Run away. But I put Notre Dame second. I thought Jack Cohn did a great job. Big Cat, I'm wondering, how did you feel after watching Graham Mertz against Penn State and then watching Jack Cohn?
Obviously didn't go well on Saturday, and I'm going to ask you to explain to people, I know the answers, but to explain to people how this works, because I have a feeling I'm going to be explaining away this for a very long time, and no matter what I say, people will just be like, oh, you're an idiot. Wisconsin sucks. It's similar, actually, to the Joe Burrow, Dwayne Haskins thing, where Ohio State fans were like, Joe Burrow got hurt. What the fuck do you want us to do? The facts of the matter is, Jack Cohn got hurt in fall of last year. Graham Mertz is now the starter. If you then have Jack Cohn stay and start this year, Graham Mertz transfers, and Graham Mertz is a sophomore, and you lose the potential of what he could be. So it's pretty much a no-brainer from Paul Chris, point of view. You can't start a guy, then sit him and expect him to stay. Now I'm still holding my stock in Graham Mertz, but this happens, right? Like this can't.
Yes,
it happens. It happens all the time.
It does happen, and the thing with Mertz is he's also the highest ranked quarterback recruit Wisconsin's ever signed.
Correct.
And if you chase those guys away, maybe they don't come back, and that's what you worry about. Now, Paul Chris does not strike me as the kind of guy who worries about that. He's just trying to win games, and I think they probably felt like all things were equal. We'll go with the younger guy, which makes perfect sense. But Jack Cohn looked really good in that offense. And look, Notre Dame's got a very good offensive line, has had a very good offensive line for years. Michael Mayer is a fantastic weapon. And then you saw Austin finally. He was one that everybody was excited about for a couple of years and just never really broke out. But he looked good. Those backs are good. So Cohn's going to have a good year.
Yeah.
He's going to look really good. And, of course, I mean, it's not like they play each other at Soldier Field. Oh, wait, they do.
Yeah. No, and I think Tommy Rees is a very good play caller, and I think they're going to just run a different offense at Notre Dame that's a little more wide open and pushes the ball down the field. I know the future, I'm just going to have to explain this away forever. I should just give up. I should put it in my Twitter bio that Jack Cohn broke his foot. He broke his foot, so there was no choice.
Go find a Georgia fan.
Yeah.
Go find a Georgia fan and ask them how they've been explaining Jake Fromm over Justin Fields.
Right.
You can look at it now and go, how in the world did Kirby Smart pick Jake Fromm? Well, I remember when that happened. Jake Fromm had just taken them to the national title game.
Right.
Like, it was not an easy decision.
Right.
So
it hurts.
It's just, you're going to have to deal with that, Big Cat. And that's what happens when you get in the world of the high 4-star and the 5-star recruit. You got to start explaining this stuff away.
Right. And I'm just, I think I'm going to just change my name on Twitter to Jack Cohn broke his foot in 2020. Like, that's just what happened, okay, guys? Like, that is the fact of the matter. I have a question about the Penn State-Wisconsin game. In relation to Georgia-Clemson, I actually think Georgia-Clemson was far more boring. Yet, the national media fawns over one and mocks the other. And I probably am part of the problem when I mock it because I do it out of love. I do love, like, the Big Ten just punt fest and hard-nosed defense. But the second half of Wisconsin-Penn State was dramatic. Clemson, Georgia
that game gave me what I wanted.
Yeah, Clemson, Georgia was just like watching a team suffocate another team to death.
Yeah, Clemson, Georgia. It's a great analogy. I remember I was with my son at the alligator farm in St. Augustine down here in Florida, and we saw a bunch of people rushing into this one building. What are they doing? Oh, they're feeding the pythons, and that's exactly what it was. Watching a reticulated python crush a bunny for an hour. And Penn State, Wisconsin wasn't like that at all because they were getting into the red zone and then things were happening.
Right.
There were interceptions. There were, and so I thought that game was extremely satisfying to watch. And it might've been because it was noon and it was an appetizer. So it's basically, how good are your potato skins or your spinach artichoke dip versus your steak. Right. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
But I was very happy with that game. Enjoyed the hell out of it. I could have made the Big Ten jokes, but I thought, because here's the thing, like when Penn State scored, they scored on big plays. They scored on explosive plays. And they've got I'm curious to see if they have to have a Will Levis, Sean Clifford conversation, if the Penn State fans have to start making excuses. Now, Kentucky wasn't playing anybody tough, so Will Levis has this huge game, but they never let Will Levis throw last year.
Right.
Turns out he's pretty good at it.
Right.
So Sean Clifford will continually be judged against whatever Will Levis is doing at Kentucky. And so he passed that first test, I think that's huge. I think going to Camp Randall and winning in week 1 is just massive for them. Now they got Auburn in week 3, but that just sets them up.
And I don't want to sound bitter, but like honestly, if Sean Clifford was better, Penn State probably would have won by more. They would he missed some things. Like it was almost reminiscent of like when Wisconsin kept Ohio State to 7 points at Big Ten championship game. It was JT Barrett, and I was like, anyone else playing quarterback right now, and Ohio State runs us off the field. So he left some plays out there.
Oh, he did, and there's one that was an underthrow.
Yeah,
where I think it was Dotson was just wide open. I think they might have ended up scoring on that drive anyway, but it was, the fact that they could do that they could make some explosive plays happen and they could win that game, because the way last season started for them was everything going wrong. Micah Parsons opts out early. Journey Brown has to medically retire right before the season starts. Noah Cain gets hurt on the first series in the Indiana game. And then they lose the gut punch with Michael Penix, stretching out, and I think it was double overtime. And so that sort of set them up for failure for the rest of the year. I feel like this sets them up for success the rest of the way.
I think you're right, too, about the fact that, like, if a game's at noon, if the sun's out while I'm watching a punt fest, or while I'm watching, like, a bunch of turnovers in the red zone, and you're right, there were, like, several times where teams got close to scoring, and then it just seemed like there was a force working against it that would stop these teams from breaking the scoreless draw. But if you look at it under the lights, football just looks faster for some reason.
It does, but that was a different game because Clemson and Georgia weren't getting into the red zone.
Yeah.
They were just, they were playing between the 40s and punting. And I thought, here's the thing for the people who think, Georgia doesn't have an offense. You got to remember, Curious Jackson not playing any offensive snaps, Dominique Blaylock not playing any offensive snaps. They're going to have more weapons at receiver as the season goes on. They're Darnell Mayberry, Darnell Washington. their tight end was hurt too. So they're going to have more weapons in terms of the passing game. And I thought eventually they wore down Clemson's defensive line enough that they were getting some yards on the ground in the fourth quarter. And that Alabama's the only other defensive line they're going to see that's anything close to that. So if they can do that to Clemson's D-line, they can do that to anybody. And the passing game cannot help but get better because JT Daniels is basically throwing to a freshman tight end all night. Like, that was all he had.
Yeah.
They're going to get 3 or 4 guys back.
What's this might be like too in the weeds, but what's the deal with Clemson's offensive line? Because they get guys, but they don't translate to pros. And, like, the rest of the team does translate to pros, but it clearly was their weakness last year. Obviously, Georgia's nothing to take away from Georgia. Their defensive line is probably the best in the country. But it does feel like that's continually a weakness for them. And, like, it's confusing to me because you think they have it rolling. They'll just plug in guys. They'll always be good. But it doesn't seem like that's the case.
They don't get the raw material that some of these other schools do. And it's weird because they should, given what else they do. But they got Jackson Carman out of Ohio a few years ago. Jackson Carman just went to the NFL. And that was we thought would be the last sort of step where now all of a sudden they're going to get the every 5-star offensive lineman they want to. And then there's no stopping them after this. But they just haven't. And like, I remember Mitch Hyatt started for them for 4 years and then didn't get drafted.
Right.
Like, it didn't make sense. John Simpson, who's probably their best offensive lineman in terms of a pro prospect in the last few years, he was not a huge recruit. He was a good recruit who then they didn't develop into a very, very good college player, but they just haven't gotten those guys. Like, Alabama's got the 5 stars across the board. Ohio State is moving NFL tackles into guard because they have so much talent at tackle. Clemson, for whatever reason, has not gotten to that point. Georgia has those guys. If you looked at Georgia's offensive line, those guys had not played together very much, but all of them were extremely talented as recruits. And it showed as the game went on that here they're playing complete monsters because, like, Brian Bresee at Clemson is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And this is a guy you can't move. He's quick. He's going to get past you. By the end of the game, they were opening holes for 7-8 yard gains. And so I think that's the difference between Clemson and the other elite, super elite programs is, for whatever reason, those guys seem to get the better offensive line recruits.
Yeah. Can you help us nitpick Alabama? If we were to, like, focus on one thing where we're like, you know what, we want to be the guys who are like, we like Alabama, but this is how you beat them.
I had a friend text me as he was watching the Alabama-Miami game, and he goes, they even have an automatic kicker. And I'm like, that's it.
Fair.
That's the last thing. Yes. That was the last thing they didn't have.
Actually, you know what I always say, Andy? I'll always say, well, Nick Saban has trouble playing against mobile quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. I just hope that nobody actually fact checks me.
Yeah, because like 3 times in 10 years, because they lost to Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
and Chad
Johnny
Kelly.
Manziel. Bo Wallace and Swag Kelly.
Yeah. Swag Kelly, baby.
That's
3 times in 10 years, you're like, yeah, they struggle.
It's unbelievable. Well, yeah, but getting the automatic kicker is essentially like closing the exhaust port on the Death Star. It's like nailing that shut. And there's nothing else. There's no and Bryce Young. It's a completely different way to destroy you now, because Mac Jones would catch the snap, sit back there, read. Oh, there's my guy. Boom, easy completion. And he just do that over and over and over again. Bryce Young catches the snap, and then he's a good runner, but he's running with the idea of setting up some time for himself. So he's not going to try to gain 10 yards scrambling. He's going to run to a spot and then just sit there and realize, okay, now I have 5 seconds to throw, and there's no DB in the world that can stick with my guys for 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. I felt so bad for Miami's corners, because every time he would just sort of scramble, one Miami player would get like a hand through past one of the offensive linemen, and Bryce Young would see it and just kind of roll, and he'd go about 10 yards away, and then he just set up, and the poor Miami corner's just like, no, I can't, I'm not going to make it anymore. And then he just find a wide open guy.
It was tough. The moment, the saddest moment for Miami was when there was that turnover. They put on the turnover chain. They got overturned. They were down 27-0. Put on a turnover chain, which is sad in its own right, and then it got overturned. You had to put it back in. I was like, Jesus Christ, guys.
Watching them reopen the case of the turnover chain and then place it delicately back, somberly.
Sadly.
Like they're laying it to rest. Yeah.
It's like when you're working at a jewelry store and you got somebody come in and they're going to buy the most expensive engagement ring in the store. And in the middle of it all, the couple like gets into a fight over the phone and breaks up.
Yes.
And you have to put it back in the case.
It's like if you're going jewelry shop, you're like, you know what? I think that necklace is going to be the one. They take it out for you. You look at it and you're like, oh, that's how much it costs.
Yeah.
And you like have to like make up an excuse.
No.
Oh, you know what?
I'll be back.
I left my good credit card in the car. Let me just run out and grab that.
I'll be right back. Yeah, it was sad.
My black card's in the helicopter.
Yeah. I think they should not do the turnover chain unless it's a one-score game. That should be the rule.
We're going to get back to Andy Staples in a second, but before we do, I want to talk to you about Simply Safe. How many people do you think had a package stolen from their front porch or steps this year? I just found this out. It really bugs me. 43% of online shoppers had a package stolen by porch pirates in 2020. Simply Safe, my favorite home security company, is trying to do something about it. It's big news from Simply Safe. They just launched their new wireless outdoor security camera. That's right, Simply Safe, the system that had U.S. News and World Report named Best Home Security System of 2021, just got even better. Their brand new outdoor security camera is engineered with all the advanced tech and security features that you want and need to help keep you and your family safe. It's got an ultra-wide 140-degree field of view, so you can keep watch over your entire yard. It has 1080p HD resolution with an 8x zoom. That means you can zoom in and clearly see things like faces, license plates to capture critical evidence. This camera has it all. It integrates with your Simply Safe home security system, extending its protection to the outside. Together, that means that every door, window, and room are protected, and now your property will be too. To learn more about the exciting new Simply Safe wireless outdoor security camera, visit simplysafe.com/PMT. Simply Safe is offering 20% off your entire new system and your first month of monitoring service for free when you enroll in interactive monitoring. Again, that's simplysafe.com/PMT. Now more Andy Staples.
Worst loss this weekend, because there was a lot of bad losses. I think, what was it, like 6 FCS teams beat FBS teams?
Holy Cross UConn ended Randy Edsel.
He retired.
No, Andy, no. He independently said he's going to retire after the season's over.
That clip.
Oh, no, he's out now. You guys didn't see the email.
Oh,
he's done.
Fully done. That clip where the coach, I think it might have been the defensive coach, asked for everyone's hands in the middle, and no one reacted. That was so sad. So sad.
Yeah. I mean, they have basically become the Bishop Sycamore of the FBS. Like their job is to go get paid to get beat. And it's pretty sad. They were in a BCS bowl. They played in a Fiesta Bowl.
Yes.
Not long. 2010 was the season. I mean, that Oklahoma UConn Fiesta Bowl is probably what they play on loop in hell. Mm-hmm. But they made it.
They were there. They were there.
Crazy.
Yeah. What worst loss this weekend in your mind? I have one in my mind. I want to know what yours is.
I want to say Washington, Montana, because I expected more out of them. I thought Washington was going to be a team that might contend for the Pac-12 title. And who knows, maybe they are. But I felt like we didn't get a chance to see what Washington under Jimmy Lake would look like last year. I think they only played 4 games. You know, he was the automatic choice to succeed Chris Peterson, and it seemed like a great choice. He was going to do the same things they were doing, except maybe open things up a little bit, try to get a little bit higher caliber recruit. You know, Chris Peterson always said, we're getting the OKGs, the our kind of guys. Well, Jimmy Lake wants the our kind of guys who happens to be a 4-star or a 5-star. But they had good talent in Seattle in that recruiting class. They didn't go to Washington. They didn't all. 2 of them went to Ohio State. And then you open with a loss to Montana. That just – I thought they were going to be better. And who knows? Maybe they go in and beat Michigan this week, and I'm completely wrong. But that does not seem like an auspicious start for them.
Okay, so my worst loss is Georgia Tech, because I actually believed in Jeff Collins. I actually think, like, I remember, what was it, maybe 2 years ago, they had a string where they started playing teams really tough, and it was like, these guys are fighting for him, and he's a real football guy. But, like, this is what, year 3 for him, year 4? And
it's year 3.
That's a head-scratcher, is it not?
It is, and because everywhere he's been, the defense has been good, whether it was the DC at Mississippi State or the DC at Florida. And then at Temple, his teams were tough. They were well coached. They got after you. Now, maybe that was Matt Rule had stocked the cupboard. But granted, the roster flip you've got to do at Georgia Tech is pretty tough. But all you have to do is look at what Mike Norvell did through the transfer portal to change what Florida State looked like And Florida State last year was a non-competitive team. It was a team that Georgia Tech beat. And you saw Florida State. They didn't win against Notre Dame, but they were certainly in the game, and they'll certainly be competitive in the ACC now. And that was done through the transfer portal. Jeff Collins had to change from an option offense, and running the option affects your defense too, because D linemen don't want to come because they think they're going to get cut at practice every day. So it does take some time. But by year 3, and this was a guy who was a very good recruiter as an assistant. I mean, he's a guy who in SEC country is regarded as a great recruiter, which means you can recruit anywhere. And so the fact that they haven't gotten better is a little concerning, because they should not be losing to Northern Illinois at this point.
Yeah, and like Washington's a good answer, because you do think like Washington shouldn't lose to Montana. Like the other ones, like Vandy losing to an FCS team, that's all right. Yeah, that's Vandy. I mean, and they
23-3,
and there was a 99-yard
nothing fluky about it.
Yeah, and there was a 99-yard return that got overturned because they celebrated the last 20 yards.
20 yards of taunting. I actually think the penalty should be wiped off the board if you can taunt for 20 yards.
Yeah, get away with it.
There needs to be if you can taunt. Okay, so it's a 15-yard penalty from the spot, right? So if you can taunt for the length of the penalty, the penalty should be wiped off the board. So if you can taunt for 15 or more yards, it should be 0 penalty.
Agreed.
Touchdown counts.
Agreed
100%.
Agreed.
What about Iowa State winning 16-10? That might be considered a loss. Like that was. Everyone thought that Iowa State, like this is the year that they're going to be legit. They actually, I was watching the end of that game. Was it North Iowa? They were driving. It was
Northern Iowa. Yeah,
they were driving at the end of the game with a chance to win, and then the quarterback threw maybe the worst interception I've ever seen. But like this was one that I thought it was going to be like a 40-50 point drubbing.
But Iowa State has these first games. Last year they lost to Louisiana Lafayette in the first game and wound up having maybe the best season in school history. So I don't know that necessarily means anything. Although when Big Cat came on my show on Thursday, I said I think Iowa's going to crush some dreams these first 2 weeks. They certainly crushed Indiana, and I got a feeling Iowa is going into Ames and beating Iowa State. And that's not a knock on Iowa State. I just think Iowa is going to be really good. But Iowa State is a very kind of classic slow starter. So the fact that they won that game, I almost look at as progress, because that is a game they would have lost over the last 3-4 years. As good as Matt Campbell is, for whatever reason, they feel like a slow starting team. And so they won it. Now they go into this game against Iowa. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe they house Iowa. And then if you look at the beginning of their Big 12 schedule, they can run with this for a while. So this is a big game for them. If they can win this, they're in really good shape.
Yeah, and I mean that's why Brock Nelson, Iowa State's quarterback, they call him Brocktober, because he's the best quarterback of all time in Brocktober.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
I mean,
yeah.
He's incredible.
He's a great improv guy, and just it's never, the play seems like it's never over with him, and that's what I love. And I'm excited to see him against Iowa's defense, because I think that does give them a chance against a team that, I mean, Iowa has been good since the end of last season. Like they lost 2 games at the beginning of last year and then just went on a run. Nobody really noticed because they had lost the first 2. And so nobody was thinking about them. And the Big Ten season was so messed up anyway. It might just be that they are really good.
Yeah. So the sticking in the Big 12, I was very focused on this game because randomly, I think it was maybe Wednesday or Thursday, some random person tweeted me and they said that if Tulane beats Oklahoma, you have to mud wrestle me in Central Park. And I said, deal. So I was like, it was out of nowhere. I just said deal. It's like a 31-point spread. Was that Tulane and Willie Fritz, who's a good coach, like, looking good, or was it Oklahoma? This was supposed to be the year that the defense, started to get better, and they did not look good.
I think that was some of column A and a lot more of column B. I think Willie Fritz is a very good coach, and Pratt, Tulane's quarterback, looked really good. I was impressed with him, but Oklahoma did not look like they looked at the end of last season. At the end of last season, Oklahoma was just shredding teams, and the defensive line was really good, and they were disruptive. Well, the way they play D-line is they roll a whole bunch of guys in. They're always fresh. They're almost always getting after the quarterback. They've never been able to really recruit the just ready-made 305-pound guy that Alabama has and that Ohio State and Clemson have. So they've kind of had to work within what they have. And so they'll get these guys that are 260. They'll put 20 pounds on them, and they'll move them all around. and they're really good athletes. And Alex Grinch has done a good job with that defense because he took it from being completely pathetic the year before he got there to at the end of last year, they were one of the better defenses in the country. So I don't know if it's a case of they just got caught up in the talk. Everybody saying, well, this is the best Oklahoma defense in years. This is the Oklahoma team that can finally really contend for the national title. I'm not sure. I suspect that's what happened. I suspect that they are better than what we saw on Saturday. I'm not ready to just go off the cliff and say, well, we overrated them. They're going to be just average.
And to credit to Oklahoma, the Tulane uniforms, those are maybe my favorite uniforms in college football. The ones they wear are so good. Those powder blue with the green and the way, like incredible uniforms.
So Troy Dannon, their athletic director, told me that when he got the job, he found a bunch of old logos in a closet, basically. And they had these like the Angry Wave was one of them, and they have a whole bunch more. They have there's a company called Home Field that makes those T-shirts, and they put them all on T-shirts, and it's unbelievable. But yeah, it's like, who puts this stuff in a closet and just forgets about it?
Yeah,
because their uniforms sucked before this.
Yeah,
and now they're amazing.
Yeah, they're. When I saw them coming out in that, like I said, I was watching that game closely because I was like, I might have to mud wrestle a stranger in Central Park.
That's one of those uniforms where I think there was probably like a 20-year period of time when that didn't look cool.
Yeah.
And then it started to be cool again. You just have to forget about your retro logos for a while. I think that's probably the perfect step. You lock everything in a closet for a while until it's naturally found by like the next generation. Then it's cool again.
Yeah.
That is the way to do it. But you just have mistakes that happen. Like Pittsburgh trying to copy Notre Dame's colors. Why would you ever do that?
Yeah.
Why would you ever get away from that yellow and the script
blue?
pit?
Those are the best. Pittsburgh might have the best colors. Yeah.
Yes. BYU going navy.
Yeah.
No, BYU needs to be royal blue. The royal blue is beautiful.
I agree.
No, don't change those things.
Yeah. No, there are like I think does Ohio State have a black uniform? I remember they wore it. One time. It was so bad. It was like, what are you doing?
They roll those out usually about once a year.
Yeah.
The thing about scarlet and gray and with the silver in the helmet, those colors don't look bad together ever. So it's hard to have an ugly uniform. Like Georgia, their colors are never going to look bad together. So even when they wear the black jerseys, which are terrible luck for them, they should never ever wear them, but they still look good. It's when you get into like my alma mater, the colors are orange and blue. Like you got to be pretty careful how you distribute those colors, or it's not going to look right.
Oh, all right. So thank you, because that was actually my last question that I had. Dan Mullen, what a piece of shit! He was going for a touchdown at the end when I had FAU plus 23.5. What was it? I've never seen anything like that. Florida was up 21.
Quarterback controversy, baby. Got to figure it out.
Florida was up 21
points. Anthony Richardson or Emory Jones.
They're playing FAU. There's a minute left. I was probably one of the only people watching the game at that point. They took, and I'm not exaggerating, they took 5 deep shots. 5 shots where they just had sent everyone and just launched the ball. I was screaming at my TV.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I have no idea if this is true or not.
Okay.
I have no inside information on this other than I know what happened. So there is a gentleman on Willie Taggart's staff at Florida Atlantic who used to be a high school coach in Seattle. And when he was a high school coach in Seattle, he had a very good player who actually wound up going to Washington, though Washington has nothing to do with this. But this coach, when coaches would come up to talk to the coach and talk to the teachers, they have what they call contact periods in the NCAA. And there are times when the coaches can be on a school's campus, but they're not actually allowed to talk to the player himself. They can talk to everybody around it. This was one of those times. And so Dan Mullen, Jimbo Fisher, Todd Light, who was an assistant at Notre Dame at the time, all of these guys got in trouble with the NCAA because this coach happened to walk them by a camera. And then suddenly somebody turned him in and said, hey, these coaches were talking to this player. And so Dan Mullen got an NCAA penalty based on this. And that guy's on Willie Taggart's staff at Florida Atlantic.
I love it.
So I have no inside information.
Yes.
But if I had to guess, that would be one guess. And my other guess would just be this. Alabama comes to the Swamp in 2 weeks. They play USF on Saturday. They're going to win that game. But they got to figure out, because if you watched any of the Florida Atlantic Florida game, Emory Jones looked okay, but not great. And this is the guy who's been waiting on that starting job. They have another guy named Anthony Richardson. He's Gainesville bred, Eastside High School. He's massive. He looks like Cam Newton and he runs like Cam Newton. And so they're trying to figure out, okay, who's our guy? And they're going to have to get that figured out before Alabama shows up. They have to figure out which of those two gives them the best chance to beat Alabama. And I'm wondering, because Anthony Richardson was so good when he got into the Florida Atlantic game, I wonder if they were trying to figure out, all right, how well can he throw? Because we need to know this and decide before Alabama week starts.
I like the first.
I like my first one too.
Yeah, because
it's always pick the petty one. Pick the petty one.
That's the best part about college football. Why it's such a hilarious and awesome sport to bet on too. Because we were talking about it before, how Scott Frost, I had Nebraska, PFT had Fordham. I was like, I think Scott Frost is going to cover the spread because he's got to win some money for his boosters. Eventually, you have to cover a spread for your boosters.
Oh, that definitely enters coach's heads for sure.
Yes, they absolutely think all right, I know, because what do all these guys who are rich beyond belief, who can't own a sports team, instead they're boosters? What do they do every Saturday? They bet on their team. They bet on their team.
Of course.
A lot of money. And so they probably
emotional betting is the worst kind of betting.
Yes, and they're sitting there like, Scott Frost better cover this 40.5-point spread against Fordham. It's the craziest sport for that reason. Those dynamics.
I will tell you, Big Cat, and I don't know if this is going to make you feel better or worse. I'm pretty sure Paul Christ has never once considered a spread.
No, never, ever.
Doesn't know what the spread is. Yeah,
listen, Lane Kiffin's almost admitted it before.
Oh no, Lane Kiffin.
He's admitted it. There are certain coaches that are like, yeah, I'm going to win my boosters some money.
We actually just talked to Deion Sanders a second ago, and we were trying to explain what the point spread was, and he clearly doesn't even understand it to this day. He's like, what does plus 8.5 mean? I don't get any of that. I think that
he's like, I made millions actually playing football, not betting on football.
There's an eyeball test. If you just show me a coach, I can tell you with 100% certainty whether or not he knows what a spread is.
And if the seat gets hotter, then the spread starts to matter.
It's directly correlating to how well his pants fit.
Yeah.
If his pants fit real nice, that guy knows. If it's just he looks like he just wandered out of a big and tall store in the rain, it's like, okay, that guy's a football guy.
I don't know. Cliff Kingsbury, despite looking like a supermodel, does not strike me as someone who has ever known the spread. And I say this because Cliff Kingsbury is the person who brought flat front pants into the world of college coaching.
Yeah.
I remember he got the job and I asked him, "You're not wearing pleats, are you?" He's like, "Oh, hell no." And after he brought the flat fronts in, everybody else switched.
I think he knows the over-under. That's what he cares about. He's just like points. Score. I don't care who scores, and let's just get some on the board.
Score. Oh, man. Well, college football's back. Andy, thank you so much. It's so good to have, it really was watching an entire slate of college football and having fans in the stands. It kind of hit home how shitty last year was.
Oh, dude, when
did.
Virginia Tech and UNC started on that Thursday night?
Yep. Jump
Friday
around
night with the
Friday night, yeah.
The inner Sandman in Blacksburg, and then thank you, Fox, for showing us the entire jump around. The one part of jump around that and Big Cat, you can attest to this, that I think is you can only experience in person, is you can hear the stadium creaking.
Yeah,
as they jump.
Do you know?
And that's a lot of Leinenkugels just jumping.
Do you know that when I was
a lot of spotted cow?
When I was a freshman or sophomore, they actually tried to ban it because journalists like you complained that the press box was swaying so much. I went to a game that they didn't play jump around, and everyone booed and motherfucked the entire second half and then fourth quarter, and then they finally were like, "This is stupid. Why are we taking this away?" So there was a game. I'd have to go look it up. I think it was probably against UNLV in September of 2003. They did not play jump around.
The stadium hadn't fallen down. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
But you got that. You got people eating mayonnaise at the Georgia
not just Charlotte, eating, just bathing in mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise bong.
Shout out that guy.
Hey, mayonnaise sponsored me last week on my podcast, so I can't say it. I vomited up their brand of mayonnaise on the show last year, and they still gave me money. So I have not one bad word to say about this.
We're mayo boys. Yeah, a big mayo boy. Yeah. I actually think that mayonnaise recently has gotten a bad rap in the media because it's become cool for people to be like, "Ooh, mayonnaise, that stuff is like cow jizz. I'll never put that on my sandwich." Mayonnaise is objectively delicious. Don't overdo it. Don't eat gobs of it. But I'm here to be a mayo stand.
It's awful. It tastes like despair.
No, it's delicious.
Andy.
No, Andy. The two things that baffle me online is like, where did the incredible effusive praise of avocados come from, and where did the bashing of mayo come from?
Like the avocado thing, sure, guac is great.
Mm-hmm. Guac is great.
I'll throw an avocado on my sandwich too, but I don't feel like it's the greatest fruit in the history of the world. Mayo, I have always hated. Like it goes back to like daycare. They give me the ham sandwich, but mayo I am willing to admit that mayo makes some wonderful things. Pimento cheese is amazing. Doesn't happen without mayo. I had this chocolate cake once in Mississippi, and the lady goes, "You know what the secret ingredient is?" And I was like, "What?" And I figured it was going to be like possum something. Mm-hmm. No, mayo. It's mayo. It makes the most moist chocolate cake you've ever had in your life.
Mayonnaise cake. You know why it does that? It's because like the ingredients in mayonnaise go into cakes anyways. You know, like egg and oil mixed together. It sounds a lot grosser to say, but no, you're wrong. I feel like if you can eat a turkey sandwich without putting any mayonnaise on it, you're a better man than I am. Mayonnaise, I'm
a better man than you, PFT.
Well, I'm sorry you're missing out on the best lubricant ever for a sandwich. You know what it is? Also, avocados, they've got a great marketing department. Everywhere you go, if you order an avocado in addition to something, they're like, that's going to cost you extra. Is that okay? And it puts the avocado on a pedestal.
I like avocados.
And the other thing is,
it's just too much.
Whoever picked up the Brussels sprouts account like 10 years ago, that's who Mayo needs to hire, because Brussels sprouts were the butt of every vegetable-related joke for 50 years. Yep. And then all of a sudden somebody decides to cook them with a little bit of bacon. It's like, oh, my God. Yeah. These are the best things ever.
You put butter on anything and it tastes delicious. By the way, Jake is our crack stats department. It was September 6, 2003, Akron at Wisconsin, no jump around. So there's a trivia question for everyone out there.
See,
Jake, were you there for that?
I was there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was there. I remember being like, what the fuck?
That was probably like your first college game.
Yeah.
You didn't even get a jump around.
First or second, yeah. Yeah.
Jake is the type of Big J who would complain about it. He would write the 800-word column down the rail of the newspaper like, these hooligans listening to this Irish band whose Everlast is a brand of boxing gloves.
Everybody have fun. That's what college football's about.
Facts.
Come on.
Those are all facts.
But, Jake, the second it starts shaking the press box and affecting your
call
pen
the
hand,
police.
Yeah, that's tough.
Well, listen, I love Jake. Jake was in the building during one of the most important moments of my career. He was at the Tampa sub-regional in the NCAA tournament in 2008. Four double-digit seeds won in one day, and I just, it was like column writer buffet. I ended up writing 5 stories, and it was the easiest and best day I ever had in my life.
But didn't they screw up your deadline? All those upsets? You probably had some of your gamers ready to go.
You never get to see that, though. It was amazing. That was one of those, like, I'm eating breakfast the next morning, like, did I really see that? But that was my first year at Sports Illustrated. And to that point, they'd been like, you're the guy we hired to cover football recruiting. We're not going to let you do a whole lot. And then after that day, they were like, you can do whatever you want. And so it changed the arc of my career. So thank you to Fran McCaffrey in Siena. And I don't even know who's coaching the San Diego Toreros that day, but thank you for beating UConn.
They beat Jim Calhoun.
Yeah, Jim Calhoun, yeah.
They thought it was just they thought it was something about this new guy, Andy. They're like, this guy, whatever it is, he's got magic. I had one last
Ty Rogers, Western Kentucky buzzer beater right in front of my face. That was the first game, and I was like, I saw a buzzer beater in the NCAA tournament. Now I can die happy.
Yep.
And then it just kept going.
So I have one last question, because we've talked about all the food that you mistakenly hate. What's one thing that you're looking forward to trying this year for the first time, or give us like the best thing that you've eaten in your last year of traveling around?
Okay, so the last year didn't happen. That's the worst thing ever, because I live for going to eat things. I'm going on a trip here the next few days, weeks. I'm going to get back to the Turkey Leg Hut in Houston. I've only been there once, but I've never eaten something and had like 2 or 3 bites and then realized I'm actually physically drooling. Like there is drool running down my chin. And that is the shrimp Alfredo stuffed turkey leg at the Turkey Leg Hut. So it's dirty rice, shrimp, and Alfredo sauce. shoved into like a smoked turkey leg.
Oh my God.
It is one of the greatest things I've ever eaten in my life, and I am probably going to have one this weekend.
I love that. I love how people in Texas are just like, you know what? One thing we haven't tried stuffing is a leg. So we'll just cram it into anything.
Let's put rice and shrimp in a turkey leg.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right. Well, thank you, Andy. We really appreciate it. Everyone go check out Andy's podcast. Find him on The Athletic. He covers college football. Best in the country. I'll say it right now. Yeah, that's just because Tom Fornelli gave us Illinois as his lock of the week on Friday.
And Tom Fornelli said Iowa State is Wisconsin, and I was literally yelling at my radio.
So there it is
in my
Andy,
truck. I was
Andy
like, no, Tom.
Yeah, Andy 1, Tom 2. I just called him Tommy. Tom 2. Thank you, Andy.
Thanks, guys.
Andy was brought to you by our good friends over at ZipRecruiter. We love ZipRecruiter. If you're looking for a job right now, it can be challenging. It can be stressful. It can take a lot of time to fill out all those applications. Maybe you might not be hearing back from people, so you don't even know if they got your application. You can feel lost in the shuffle of applicants, and searching for a job can feel like a full-time job. If you know what I'm talking about, you should be using ZipRecruiter because they know the general experience of looking for a job is pretty sucky. That's why they figured out a way to make it unsucky. So when you sign up at ZipRecruiter.com/easy, you can create a free profile. You get matched to great jobs, plus a lot more. ZipRecruiter will proactively pitch your profile to employers whose jobs match your experience. Unlike with other job sites, if an actual person from the company really likes what they see, they can personally invite you to apply to their job. And candidates who apply on ZipRecruiter are nearly 3 times as likely to get hired. It's according to 10,000 plus logged-in ZipRecruiter users who reported being hired through ZipRecruiter during September and October 2020. If you like the job, you can apply to it and many others with just one click. It's that easy. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated job site in the entire United States. Sign up for free at ZipRecruiter.com/easy. Experience the better way to find a job. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/easy right now. Sign up absolutely free. Put ZipRecruiter to work for you.
All right, let's get to Mount Rushmore. Actually, before we get to Mount Rushmore, though, a quick word, kind of serious. We just want to say something out there. So there's been a couple news stories recently about drugs being laced with fentanyl. So I think everyone saw probably the passing of Michael K. Williams. I don't know if that's officially what it was.
I don't think that there's anything that ties him to it. But there were like a bunch of people.
Comedians in L.A. And, again, this is like a little serious but weird for us to say, but I think we should say it because we do make jokes about drugs, and we're not going to sit here and tell you what you should and shouldn't do, but we will tell you be safe and get your drugs tested if you are going to do drugs. Again, we're not going to sit here and be like, don't do drugs, because that would be hypocritical, but be safe, get the stuff tested, just really be safe.
Buy fentanyl testing kits and then, test it a couple times. Because all it takes is a very small amount. Yes. It's been like there have been reports in the news where it's like, oh, you can't stand in a room with it because it'll knock you out. That's not necessarily the case, but all it does take is just one bad little bump, one small amount of drugs.
Yeah.
If you're using drugs, get them tested. Don't want to see anybody pass away. Don't want to see anyone end up in the hospital. Just get the strips. Just get them tested and be safe.
Yeah, be safe because it's one of those things that's very, very scary, and we want people to just be safe and use your head out there and, try to make the right decisions. And, again, we're not going to sit here and look down on anyone for what they do in their free time. Just be safe about it.
Also, it might be worthwhile to look into someone in your local area that can supply you with Narcan, which just reverses the effect of any sort of overdose almost instantly. You just keep it on you if you can. If you can get your hands on some, it's just a good thing to have. Might save somebody that you care about's life. You might never use it, but you'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Correct. All right. Just want to get that out there. All right, let's do the Mount Rushmore. By the way, Djokovic right now, hitting balls into the stands to the fans. What a guy.
I think he's probably trying.
Everybody does that.
What a guy. Jake, this is the first time I've ever seen anyone do this.
No, he's probably spotted a ball girl in the audience that he's trying to kill right now.
No, PFT. He's being an incredible sport. Okay.
Oh, look, he just hit a little girl. He just hit a little girl in the head with a ball. Disgusting.
Hank, you want to explain this?
Yeah, so this was a DM that we got on Friday. I'm going to try and pull it up, but the premise is basically the Mount Rushmore of referee calls. I think the original DM was like penalty calls, but we decided this should be more open-ended because there's certain calls that aren't technically penalties, but it's things that referees do. So basically anything, any game you watch, any sport, if a referee is doing something, making a motion, making a call, that qualifies for this Mount Rushmore.
All right. Numbers.
8.
17.
24.
69.
Billy's going to win.
After PFT said all that stuff.
Well, Billy is like Gronk.
Sure, he's Gronk. He's Gronk. He's baby Gronk.
You share, like, you're like humans and chimpanzees.
76.
You
Jilly
share
gets
most of your DNA with each other.
We're going to go first, then Hank, then PFT, then Big Cat.
All right, let's do it.
Trust me on this one.
This has been a disaster. It has been a disaster. We are never on the same page with any picks.
No, trust me. Okay, so
All right, wait.
What you're about to say is not going to be picks, Billy.
No, say it,
pussy.
Say it.
Ref makes a call, giving him the business.
Or the one very specific, giving him the
business.
Yeah.
I think I might quit the team.
It's a great call.
It was a cool moment.
Means.
Yeah, it
It's
was a
said
cool
several
moment.
times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Giving him the business.
Okay.
It was like
But
some ref back in the 80s or late 70s threw a penalty, and it was like a personal foul, and it was like personal foul number 78. He got there and gave him the business, and that was his explanation. It happened one time, and then somebody repeated it a couple years ago. But
it's a
good
great
pick,
call.
Good pick, Billy.
Billy, it is not 1-1. It is not anywhere.
I was
sure someone else
very
would take
nice
it.
what PFT just did. I don't even.
You didn't know that?
No, I knew it. I knew everything you said. I'm just saying to do that for Billy was a big move.
It's not
because
it's
that was
not a good pick.
A wild pick.
It would have been. That's a perfect 4th round pick. Like tossing it.
I'm a little nervous now because I have 1-1, so I'm kind of second guessing myself.
You do.
But
Billy just picked a kicker in the first round.
Trust him on this one, though.
Trust him.
I'm going to go safety.
Okay,
safety is a
It's
good
the
one.
best because when the referee makes the call, then all the players around him, they just start doing it. Like, it's a great moment in sports. It doesn't happen that often. Seeing all the linemen do the safety over their head, it's kind of like that Egyptian dance. Yep. It's fun.
Yep. Okay.
It's just a fun moment.
Yeah, I mean that's a
and it's rare. So when you see it, you're like, oh shit.
It's a great pick. Number 1-1 for me. This is what I had as my 1-1. When a home plate umpire ejects a manager and takes the face mask off and uses that as like a big heave. That is the old heave ho.
It's a good one.
Definitely. All right, I will go with and one in basketball. Nothing better than a fucking and one. And then I will do similar motion actually, a punch out at the plate. When they do the point and then the fucking out, that's electric. And it's always kind of a bang bang play because it's at the plate.
I like that too. My second pick, I'm gonna go with charge.
Okay.
When you make the charge and then you point emphatically in the opposite direction, change the tide.
I can't believe you didn't pick and one, Hank. You live and die by and one.
I live and die by saying it. I like to hear players say it.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not.
But the bucket goes in and then
yeah. I like to say it. I just
Okay.
like to say it. I
Okay.
don't do the motion. I just like and one.
Yeah. You do say it
That's how
all
you
the
say it?
time. He says it all the time.
And one. Yeah.
All right. Whoa.
It's tough.
You okay?
I'm gonna go with block.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Wait, like
It's basically this.
On the- yeah.
No, a block. It's like
block. Yeah,
in
in
basketball,
basketball.
a block.
When they jump
It's
out,
like a
yeah.
hip
Yeah.
thrust.
It's almost
There's
like
the
a
classic.
DX.
it's a half suck it.
Was it Jerry Crawford? Was he doing a charger block when he skipped
It's a
across?
block.
Yeah, he
It's a
skipped.
block, yeah.
They take like 4 hops.
Yeah, it's a legendary. It's a legendary video clip. It's just like a hip thrust, block or charge. You know, some people have made entire careers on just asking the question if this was a block or charge. So it's clearly a big call in sports.
It is.
Yep. All right, Jake.
All right, I will be taking over the rest of this Mount Rushmore.
Oh, wow.
Too late for that.
Billy's been relieved of his
Billy
duties.
is not happy.
Trust him though. I'm going to go with called strike 3.
Okay.
That's a
Love
good pick,
doing
yeah.
that.
Yep.
And then Ed Guns Hockley is known for his first down. So the first down mark.
Okay.
Yep. First down's a good one. It's
Yeah.
just a good classic, feels good. All right. And also it's good when it's like they bring you out to measure and they give you the first down.
And the flash card.
Yeah.
I think that was territory before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Similar to safety, this one is great just because of the player's reaction that happens when it happens, but a red card.
Yep.
Red card.
Refs hold up a red
Good one I
card.
had on my list.
Yep.
Players go crazy, start screaming at them.
Now-
Just the instant reaction to it is great.
A straight red.
Yeah, because I actually think that the yellow
No.
to the red is even better.
I don't. I like the straight red
that a
because
thing?
for a
Yeah,
sec-
well, if you get 2 yellows, you get a red. So
First-
they take out the yellow, give you the yellow, and then they take out the red, give you the red.
for a second when a ref
don't
takes out a straight red card, there's this. Everyone takes a minute to process it. Like, did he accidentally grab the wrong card?
Right.
I thought that was gonna be yellow.
Right. All right. PFT, your next pick.
Okay. I'm gonna go with touchback. I like a touchback in a very
that, the
specific.
head?
No, a very specific way. When it's the touchback after
I don't even know what that signal is.
it's this. When the offensive
Okay.
player fumbles the ball through the end zone and you are expecting it to be like a touchdown symbol or a safety, and the referee just does the touchback thing, completely changing the momentum of the game.
Got it. Okay. All right. Oh, fuck. There's some good ones still left. All right. I'm gonna dip into hockey. Yeah, because this one is electric.
Didn't even think about that.
The good goal after a review when they point to center ice, fucking awesome feeling. And then, I will go with my last one. It's not called a lot, but I love. Actually, no. There's a lot of good ones. Fuck. I'll go with intentional foul in basketball. The X that always gets me going.
Okay.
Dropping up the X, and you can do it. Anything most fans know feels good to mimic in the crowd.
All right.
Flagrant foul. Sorry.
Flagrant foul.
Flagrant foul. When they boom.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yep.
Mine is similar. It's a little bit different. Teeing somebody up, hitting him with the hard tee where it bounces off.
Yep.
That's great. You get it's a lot of emotion that goes into it, and you feel like the severity of the call with the motion that goes along with it. I have no idea why I picked touchback. That was a stupid fucking pick.
I was trying to be positive.
No,
but
you
it was
you should have been
dumbest
positive.
pick
I
ever.
fucked it up.
No, yeah.
It made no sense.
I literally didn't even know what the call was.
No one does it.
I didn't even have it on my list. I don't know why I said it. I literally don't. I have 7 other fucking things that I had written down as
I'm really trying to be.
Shut the fuck up, Hank.
I'm trying to be positive for you because I know Mount Rushmore season's not your strong suit.
No, it is. I got off to a hot.
it's not.
I got off to.
It's really not. It
Big
never
Cat,
has been.
I got off to a hot fucking start this year.
But it's
and then I tailed
it's
off
a full season.
massively.
It's never been. But that was that. My silence said a lot there. I was trying.
I don't know why I said it.
It was so bad. That might have been worse than Billy's pick.
It's not worse than Billy's.
I think it might be.
Well, it might
unique.
Dude,
It's
touchback
unique.
is like.
It might be. Touchback sucks.
It's terrible.
I hate touchback. I don't know why I said it.
No one does
I don't
touchback.
know why I said it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Oh,
I didn't even thought of touchback until like 2 seconds before.
And we all
it
looked at
came out
you
of my
like,
mouth.
what are you talking about? But yeah, touchback. Okay. Hank.
My last pick, I will do. It's similar to yours, but it's different. It's different umpire.
Okay.
It's the first or third base umpire punch out. So when they check strike 3. Like, did he swing?
Got it.
And then
got it,
everyone,
Yes.
all the attention in the entire stadium goes to that guy.
Check, swing, punch out.
Good
Got
pick.
it.
Swing, punch
Good pick,
out.
Hank.
Yep, that's a good pick.
Good pick.
Billy approves of this last pick for what it's worth.
Okay.
Touchdown.
Good job.
Okay.
Way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to see.
Don't overthink
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
That is a
Don't
good pick.
PFT it.
No, I didn't even overthink it. I underthought it.
I think you overthought it.
No, it just came out. It's like I have Tourette's for shitty picks in Mount Rushmore season.
Oh, man. All right, so some that were missed. There's a lot that were missed.
Home run.
Home run.
Yeah,
that's
home
a
run's
good
a good one.
Clipping is one because anytime a ref has to get low on themselves, it is very funny.
What's the one when they go like this?
That's out of bounds.
That
That
one's-
one's good. And also, the other part of it is a catch. A catch on the sidelines is a great one.
I like the uncatchable ball.
Yep.
Over the head is good. I like in soccer when the referee points at a player that just took a dive and tells them to stand up.
Yep.
Like ultimately bitching them, be like, no, stand up.
Penalty kick's another one. It's similar to the good goal in hockey where they just point to a spot on the field.
You know what I like in soccer is when the referee makes the symbol of a television with his fingers because it reminds
VAR,
me of TV.
Yep.
Change of possession, like after a turnover.
Yes.
Like after a review.
Yes.
After a review,
That's
when they
good.
come back out.
I think the cutest one is double dribble, which we never see, but it's just such a fucking cute. Like to see the ref do that.
The Rico
It's fucking
Bosco
cute.
special.
Yeah, I love the double dribble. It's so fucking cute.
Anytime a ref gets hit in play or out of play by
They
accident.
kind of like laugh about it
And
for a
then-
second.
Yeah, they're just.
It's not really a call. Or
Well, it's just, and then they like pat the
But
player
that's-
to be like, it's okay.
that's not really
but he's
a
like knocked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
When the
pick.
referee gets wheeled off the field, is that what you're saying? Like with a devastating injury?
that time that ump died from a heart attack.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, you're doing like what?
I'm
What are you
talking
even
about,
talking
like-
about?
Like,
No, like
you're talking about like ACL.
Joe West's neck?
No, I'm talking
What are you?
about
What are these
say,
like
picks?
the refs like over the like someone's running over the middle.
The
Doesn't see
time the ref
nails
got
him.
Creamed.
spit on by Roberto Alomar.
John Hirschbeck. Yeah.
Carl Everett.
Like,
Oh no,
what
that was
are
a catcher.
What are we talking about?
Who is it? Who's the offensive tackle that got blinded by the referee's flag?
Orlando
Brown?
Gary.
Yeah.
Who? He was on the Browns.
Just got drilled right in the eye.
Orlando Browns. Orlando. If I got Orlando Gary, I'm gonna fucking.
Have you guys ever
Orlando
seen
Brown. So
Brown,
we had
yeah.
it halfway.
I
Wait,
think,
is that him? No, that's not him. No, that's not right. No. Orlando Brown's in the NFL right now. I want to say it was Orlando Gary.
I also had one in baseball that you don't see a lot, but it's awesome when it does occur. When the umpire tells players at certain bases to go back to certain bases.
Yes.
And he gives like 1 point there, and that's where you need
Like
to
on a
be.
ball.
Oh, it is Orlando
1 point.
Brown.
Yeah, that's what I
okay.
thought,
Yeah. All right.
Well, he points at them, you're on third base, go back to second, and instructs them around the diamond. I like that. I also like when, after a goal, when they zoom in on the soccer linesman whose flag is in the air. So, like, the team is celebrating, and you think, oh, it might be a goal for a second, but then the camera cuts to a shot of just the linesman
Right.
showing that there's a problem with the goal.
Yes.
I like that.
Let's see.
Travel.
Illegal-
No one picked travel.
Yeah, travel's
It's a
good.
classic.
They don't call it, so we never see it.
True.
Wait, what about refs getting into like a pile, trying to find the fumble?
I don't think you understand this.
No,
Mount
there's a
Rushmore.
fumble. And they're trying to peel guys off,
Again,
Yeah,
that's
I-
not
trying
like
to
a
get into the
call.
middle of the dog pile.
It was calls.
I thought it was stuff refs do.
No, it was calls. Refs calls.
refs calls and stuff they do.
What about when all the refs climb on each other?
Yeah. What about
No, it's so funny seeing a
What
ref
about
try to
what
get
about
into
when
a
the
pile.
refs? What about when the refs hold out and then they have replacement refs and they let a Hail Mary count against the Packers? That
I
was
like it
actually
when,
awesome.
when the refs put their heads up to the monitor to review something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what about
Sick.
when the refs stand next to each other, shoulder to shoulder, and it spells out "bruh"?
Yeah, that is
My
so
friend took that
sick.
picture, by the way.
Well,
USF.
what about when the refs sign a baseball?
Is he mad that people don't credit him?
Yeah.
What about when the refs wear a white arm sleeve because verbally abusing the refs is a big issue?
What about when the umpires did like umpire awareness week or whatever?
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Umpire, dude, it's still umpire awareness
Yeah.
week. Joe West is going to actually die on that hill.
Face mask. Face mask is a good one. Anything that makes a ref do something.
Horse collar.
Horse collar's a good one.
What is the horse collar rule?
What's your favorite nickname for refs?
Blue.
Stripes,
Yeah, zebras.
zebra,
I like blue.
3 blind mice.
Blue is just
Even-
baseball, though.
Right.
But they don't even wear blue. I was at the Red
I
Sox
know.
game and I was like, "Come on, blue!" And then I was like, "Wait, they're not."
Yeah, no,
they're not
blue
wearing
is only
anymore.
for baseball.
Oh,
So-
I mean, just sir.
yeah.
You call them like the sir.
Yeah.
One like nitty gritty thing I learned while broadcasting in football. There's only one referee, the guy who makes the calls. Everyone else is
He's an
referred to
umpire.
as officials.
Officials. Got
Yeah.
it. Oh,
Yep.
wow.
So
What about when the guy in the stands says, "Hey, get off your knees, ref, you're blowing the game"?
That's a good one too.
Yeah, that's a good pick, right?
in
Billy?
tennis, when the ball's out, they just scream at the top of their lungs.
Really?
They scream, "Ho!"
Jesus Christ. Sorry,
That's what
everyone
they do.
at home.
Sorry, yeah.
Billy, give us some more picks, Billy.
I kind of like Drunk Jake.
I like Drunk Jake, and I like Billy, whatever he's on right now. Because Come on, you got one more. End the show with one more. One more really good Billy. Come on.
when the ref
No,
Yeah.
you're so close.
Keep going.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
there's
keep saying it.
refs.
Keep saying it. So it's
And
one
when
guy.
the ref talks with the coach on a first name basis.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh,
I
or-
like that.
My ass is in the jackpot.
Yeah.
When they say that,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Sometimes when they're chatting, like during a free throw, when they don't think it was a foul, the ref will smack them in the butt.
Yeah.
They're like,
That's a good
"You
one.
know that was a foul."
Oh, when Charles Barkley kisses the ref at All-Star break because they did a race
Oh,
backwards.
Dick Bavetta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also another ref move. When the ref does the 3 points in the 3-point contest. That's fucking hilarious.
Even just when they hold up the three, I
Yeah.
had that on my list. But
A 3-and-1 is actually the 3.
I know
and then the fucking
there's
N1.
too much going on.
Yeah.
It's confusing for me.
And
I
when
like how they
it's-
have one during the dunk contest too.
Yes,
Like,
they have a ref out
what is
there,
that guy
just
doing?
in case.
I also
Yeah.
like as much as I like to say N1, I think it's better when it's a charge instead of an N1.
You like the charge more than an N1? I love the N1 because just the like holding it and then.
But the moment when they
dropping it.
think it's an N1 and then it switches, the momentum shifts.
Yes, yeah, I like the N1.
A
The
buzzer
momentum
beater is
shifts
like
to
an
the
and one on steroids.
Yeah,
when they count
True.
it to the table.
True. All right, good Mount Rushmore.
No, it wasn't. By some
Well,
people. Some people did a great job.
Yeah, touchback.
Hank and Big Cat, great job. Jake, good job.
Dude.
All right.
No, I'm dragging you down with
I
me,
had
Billy.
the
You
most
suck too.
unique pick. People are
You
going to look
did.
at it and be like, "Whoa!" Like,
Whoa, he
everyone
really
else is.
I don't want
vanilla.
anyone to vote
Made
for me.
us think.
I don't.
Vanilla.
I don't want anyone to vote. I'm so
Well, I don't think they are.
no.
so.
I don't want
Touchback's
anyone
a
to.
cop choice.
Shut the fuck
That's a
up,
cop
Billy.
choice.
You're the most cop person in the world. You didn't even say anything.
Touchback.
You didn't even say anything when we were talking
Touchback
about
is
doing drugs,
actually
Billy.
the most like plain.
Yes, I know. I know it.
They don't even
Touchback.
show it.
vanilla
They
as
don't even
fuck.
show it.
It's like half a metronome.
They don't even
it's
show
like
it.
doing a quarter of the
Yeah,
let
they
the
don't
band
even-
play next.
yeah.
Suck this tug. It sucks. It's a stupid motion for stupid people to choose, and it's dumb. And I wish I hadn't said it. I don't know why I said it.
Maybe you're throwing it on purpose.
86.
99.
Wait.
97
Wait.
is what I'm picking now.
Larry died with COVID.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
For real?
We don't know if
With-
it was because of COVID or because
He wasn't
of,
vaccinated. Let that be a lesson.
Yeah. You know, HIPAA. He didn't tell us.
97.
96.
He went HIPAA mode.
Jonathan,
What are you doing, Liam?
Jonathan
What the fuck is that
Hernandez
pick? Happy
actually
birthday,
is still
Liam.
coaching.
Happy
He
birthday,
actually
Liam.
could get
That's
hired by UConn as a coach.
Is that yours?
Yeah,
There
I'm
we
back,
go.
baby.
Oh, yeah, you do
I'm
eight.
back, baby.
There it is. Was that your first time?
There we go. No. Repeat
You're
winner.
two-time. Who's two-time? Jake and Billy?
Yeah.
In
It's
PFT.
amazing. It's amazing
Wow.
how that fucking
I-
ball
I did have
machine
that-
just turns your luck around.
One day I did 2 in a row. But didn't count.
was
The other
off-
one didn't count.
off the record.
Official.
Why you
Brian
Because
Kelly.
it did count in my head.
Actually,
You say Brian Kelly?
No,
You
Brian.
got 3 in a row?
Brian Kelly might have killed somebody.
Yeah, that's why we call him Brian Kelly.
Yeah. Jonathan Hernandez is still coaching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he could
Good for
coach
him.
UConn.
Yeah. They should put him on a list.
Flying squirrels don't actually fly. They glide.
Oh, okay.
Love you guys.
Talking away, I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today is another day to find you shining away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love, okay? Shining away. Oh, I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me, take me on. I'll be gone. You stay on to needless to say, I want to say yes, but I feel stolen away. Stolen away, it's okay. Say after me, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Say after me, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on.